Let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Mikey T, the movie star here. What's popping, everybody? What is popping? Just give me a second, getting things going. Let's get this thing rocking. Hope y'all's digging the new set. Put up a few things for the new set. We're on the death row tip tonight. Well, we're on the death row tip for a minute. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Let's go. Hit that like button. Share this video. Hit that like button. Share this video. My guy SV Twiz is about to tap in. You know, the Philly boys is fitting to tap in. Schizo, what's popping with you, man? We got some shit to talk about tonight. We got some epic shit to talk about tonight, you guys. We got some shit to talk about tonight. It's going to be a great show. Appreciate everybody tapping in, sharing this video, hitting that like button. That's right. What up, what up, what up with you, Ghost? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Across the Line TV, appreciate you for tapping in as well, man. Hell yeah, yeah. Share this video, hit that like button. Gonna be joined in just a second by my guy SV Twiz. Also our other homie, Rosewood. Let's go. What up? What up? What up? SLY. Let me pop my drink right here. Let me pop my drink right here. Got a dope live show for y'all tonight. Got a dope video for y'all tonight. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Let's get it cracking, man. Got a great show coming up. Always dope in here, bro. Appreciate you, Ghost. Hit that like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? All that good shit, man. $716. What's popping? Buffalo on the check-in. Buffalo on the check-in. Let me twist something up. Got a couple things here I'm going to twist up. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay, hold up. find my headline. Oh shit, my guy Rosewood is up in here. Rosewood, what up, bro?
Mikey T, what up, my genius? How you?
What's going on with you, bro, man? I'm just chilling, about to roll something up. Waiting on
Yeah,
Twiz.
okay. My guy SV Twiz, man. Shout out my guy Bon Simmons. Mikey T, you know the hip hop panel, man. Work already on the building.
What's the bag tonight, Mikey T? Salute Rosewood. That's our guy Ghost right there.
Ghost, what up, my G?
Let me see. Just
Salute for tapping in.
what's good with you though, Rosewood? What's been up with you? How you been?
Listen, man, I'm great, man. Taking it one day at a time in the city, man. You know, a lot going on. You know, putting a lot of things together. It's hard, you know, because everybody, a lot of people getting sick around now. So, a lot of things got to get halted. You know, for safety precautions and everything, we got to make sure everybody is cool and all that. And everybody is healthy and safe. You know, we got to keep a safe environment. But other than that, everything's great, Mikey T, man. I'm here alive, able to, be blessed to be on here, interact with you and the fans, man.
So, man, this whole situation with Popp Hunna.
Yeah.
Let me tell me a little bit about this cat.
Well, Popp Hunna, young boy from the city of Philly, and he basically came up with a lightning in the bottle. Capitalized off before even TikTok and then going in the TikTok scene, capitalizing off that and really trying to make his push to go further in the industry. After looking at the interview, I'm glad he did an interview because that shed a light on a lot of things. And it really was a lot of misinformation out there. People were just throwing all types of stuff out. And really, it was really, I'm always going to say this, it seems like a hating move because it's not like he was known around the city or had a buzz or built relationships up where he don't mess with people. He was fresh on the scene. He's green. So for that to come out as soon as he get lightning in the bottle, that was like real corny, because I don't really think it really mattered with his case because he's not a hardcore or a gangster rapper or is he's portraying to be on that type time or whatever like that, drill type music. He's not that. So I'm like, that shit never really had came out, because he makes music for TikTok people, and they're not really worried about that. It didn't have to come out. It did. And with him speaking on this with academics, it definitely gave a lot of clarity. And it also made me look at it like, yo, like the internet and the industry, well, the internet period, like they would build you up and tear you down, man. Cause he went through a lot of stuff, depression, a lot of stuff that's dealing with that period. And when he said that, like that really messed me up, man. Cause we don't in the hood, we don't think of mental things like that, stuff going on with the mental or things that overwhelm you in life where you still have to, you can't really figure out. And he's still young, so to put all that on him, and for me listening to the interview to find out he was independent, shout out to his management because his management is family with my folks. So shout out to his management, and they were really doing a great job with giving him that push without major labels and major backing. and it was really grassroots. That's why. And then when he got Lil Uzi on there, I said, "Oh, this is perfect Philly magic right here." So like I said, it definitely was like a hater move to put even that story out about him, or at least let him get a couple songs or hits on his belt, let him make a push, and then put it out if you wanted to do that. But I don't see the real purpose of putting that out. I never seen the purpose of that.
James Brown, Peace Rosewood. Happy
James
New
Brown, my J, what up?
right?
Happy New Year, Ghost. You bring it in the right way, man.
Shit going right here.
It's unfortunate though, Mikey T. It's unfortunate that they stunted a young brother career, man. And a lot of the times when you hear people like that come out with the lightning in the bottle, you're like, oh, that's an industry plant. He's an industry plant, or whatever they gonna say. This was really genuine grassroots. After hearing the interview, I'm like, oh, dang, he really found lightning in the bottle, and he's still trying to figure it out. And somebody that's monkey wrench your whole system. It was like, why? What's the real point of that?
Yeah, it was a pretty shitty situation. Um, so the whole shit with Little Uzi Vert, though, the whole aspect of Little Uzi Vert, when Uzi started working with him, is that what propelled him into getting like his record blowing up, or he started sparking and then Little Uzi Vert gave him an opportunity?
Well, from what I remember from me looking at it when it first started popping off, and then just listening to his interview, it basically had a following, because I think the original song has like 18 million views. I'm not sure how many streams on Spotify. Now, when Lil Uzi gets on there, it boosts the remix up to 45 million views and also 100 million on Spotify. So Uzi jumping on there definitely propelled it. But he also said he linked up with I guess another TikToker or somebody that's on there, and he said I need a dance. And then he said when the guy sent him back the dance and said this was going to be, he said all right, run with it. It went viral. So between him getting the guy to create a dance to the song and then Lil Uzi jumping on the remix, like I said, it was all grassroots. And Uzi looking at it like, oh no, this is a trending thing. I'm gonna support him. It's Philly support Philly. And like I said, 45 million views on that, 100 million views on Spotify from it. So those two aspects, some linking up with somebody to get a dance to it, and then Lil Uzi making a remix on it, and that's how it blew.
Yeah, man. This whole situation, I know it came up a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had heard about the cat blowing up, and then I saw an article on Media Takeout or something like that. And this was months ago, Rosewood. So,
Mm-hmm.
this has actually been spilling over. One of the questions I had, do you think he waited too long to speak on it?
Um, no, because he had to tread lightly,
And for the
and
record, with DJ Academics wasn't really even created at that point, I want to say.
you saying was acting. Say that again.
For
Mm,
the record, with Academics wasn't
uh-huh.
even created at that
Mhm,
point for him to have
mhm.
this sort of platform to go on and speak about it.
Exactly. And now, and it's crazy, just in that short amount of time, you have platforms like that now that you can go on and really speak to your core audience and other people that really is not in tune with the street hip hop. Say like an Adult 22, something like that. Say, somebody like even a Vlad, they're not really going to look at, the street element. They're going to ask questions, but their fan base and his fan base aren't really going to look at it like that. So I think it was all timing because, like he said, the internet would switch things up. Like they said, like the DM that came out from Uzi, they were saying that might have been fake. We don't know if it really was, and at the same time, he's independent, so he doesn't have a major machine with a PR firm behind him to clear this up and put him
Right.
on a. He's doing this from the muscle.
He's sort of
So,
reaching out to these guys. Like I was just talking to this about one of my with one of my guys today. You know, he's kind of reaching out to people himself. You know, so when
right.
he's not getting responses, he's feeling personally hurt himself. You know, rather than a management taking care of that shit. You know, Twiz, when he's not getting a response, he's kind of feeling personally disrespected. And that's like, that takes away from the game a little bit. You can't really be feeling that way in this industry.
Yeah,
Fact.
yeah.
Fact.
But it was hard, man. It's hard because his management team, like I said, salute to Pop Hunter's management because they did so much to keep him out there, and it's really hard when you're doing it independent, when you're doing it really from the muscle. And like he said in an interview, he basically caught lightning in the bottle. So you're still trying to find yourself. You say, "Oh, I got this," but you're going in a good direction. You don't have that marketing team or that that big machine behind you is difficult.
All right, so Twiz, welcome to the show, bro. Rosewood,
Definitely. Salute, Mikey. Rosewood, Schizo, Ghost.
Twiz, I want to ask you, man. Rosewood keeps on saying that Pop caught lightning in a bottle. What is this lightning in a bottle that he caught?
I mean, that was a good way to point it, Rosewood. Lightning in the bottle. You know what I'm saying? To like elaborate on it, man, it's like we know the streets is tough. It don't matter what hood you come from. He got to the peak of his career, ready to take off to where he was viral around the world. They had to dance and everything, and with that happening, something from the past just came and just snatched everything away, bro. Everything. Salute James Brown. It snatched everything away, bro. Everything. So, that's just kind of, it's hard to elaborate on the terminology of lightning in a bottle because of that. It can go so many angles with his situation in particular. You know what I mean? It's definitely unfortunate though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I want to get into this whole thing. I want to get into it sort of from the beginning. I want to talk about little Uzi Vert, but first we're going to get into all the allegations and all the rumors and shit. So let me see. Let me get to my notes, man, because you guys know I'm all about doing the notes on these shows.
Hey, professionalism.
So Pop Hunna spoke on his situation with DJ Academics, and so this is Rosewood. We're getting a little bit of static on your phone. Can you turn it down a little bit, or is it opened up in another window or something?
No, it's probably because it's loud. Is that better?
Probably. Yep. Maybe just because it was loud.
Yeah, I think I had too loud. My bad.
So we were just before you popped in here, Twiz. We were sort of speaking on the fact that is this the first time Pop Hunna has spoke on this, and we were touching on the fact that Academics has started this off the record show. I had heard about these rumors, or the rumors popped up, I believe, on Media Takeout months ago about Pop actually, being involved in some snitching.
It's a fact. That's a fact, Mikey. You know what I mean? I haven't myself heard him address it. You know what I mean? But the situation definitely was out there.
He didn't ever Rosewood. He didn't ever go on IG Live and talk about it or anything like that.
No, he didn't, and I do believe that was from the discretion of his management. Because listen to the interview now, he said there was a lot of misinformation out there. There was a lot of people spitting things on the internet. So it's almost like you got to defend yourself and you have to defend with the lies, and it would have been too much. And like we were talking about, like academics platform now, that platform wasn't out. Adam 22 was out, but you had more platforms now for him to come out and speak to his type of audience.
Okay, I hear that. I hear that. So
For sure, David Smith.
Right. Salute David Smith. I like that one right there.
So getting into the situation a little bit, the homie Popp had said, I seen shit as a kid. I seen shit a kid wasn't supposed to see. I have to live with that. I do not sleep at night. Every time I close my eyes, I see that happening over and over and over. Man, Twiz, what is it that happened to Pop Hunter, man?
So from my understanding, and correct me, Rosewood, and correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, he had a friend, and his friend was murdered in front of him. You know what I mean? I believe his mother was also there too. So he was like a 13-year-old kid, and his friend got his life taken for whatever reason. And after his friend got his life taken, his mother was like, you know what, you gotta go tell these people what they need to know, tell them what you saw, whatever. You got basically his mom had pushed him to go do what she felt as though he needed to do.
Wow, that actually sounds like a situation that somebody that I know actually got into. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he had actually said in this interview, the situation happened when he was 14 years old. And that's why he was saying these things like, I seen shit a kid wasn't supposed to see, and I have to live with that. And I do not sleep at night. Just remembering this as a young teenager, he's in the first years of being a teenager, you know. Now,
Yeah.
DJ Academics said this paperwork, I don't remember what the case was. And he said he allegedly told on someone to get out of something. Now, the point I want to key in here, Rosewood, is that Academics said that he didn't remember this. Is this something that people are forgetting?
Well, no, because at the time he was brand new. He was extremely brand new. Like I said, it was really a grassroots movement. He caught I say lightning in the bottle because he got the song. And listening to the interview, he said he was just playing around on that. He said that wasn't just only one person out of the team liked that song. And then that's why I said it was like the lightning in the bottle. Now,
Okay.
I just want to speak on what Twiz was saying. That goes back because he said that when the cops came and grabbed him, his mom wasn't there. The cops lied. The cops do stuff like this. The detectives do stuff like this all the time.
We're gonna get into that.
He said they scooped him up and said his mom gave consent. Because academics like, yeah, you ain't a lawyer. He was like, I'm a young boy. I don't know nothing about this. And he said my mom gave the consent. And it threatened me, said we're gonna lock you in, your mom up. So hearing that, it's almost like his mom wasn't even there.
Yeah, your mom usually shows up after you've already been there, from what has happened to me when I was a minor. But
that's the dirty trick the cops play.
Right. So Twiz, Pop Hunter said, long story short, I was 14 years old. I never been in the street, never played with guns or sold drugs. Does this take him out of being involved when it comes to street code and what happened to his friend?
Absolutely. I mean, he's not involved. Like it's just angles to that. But the biggest thing is at that time and when that happened, no, he's not considered a snitch. He was a baby. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro. Like, you mean to tell me if you're 14 years old and you're a good kid, just because you from the hood, don't mean you out there trapping and involved in things.
Facts.
If you're a good kid and you 14 years old and someone come in your house and murder your parents, you mean to tell me you're not gonna say nothing because you thinking of a code that the streets live by? You know what I mean? So you gotta look at it like that in his situation at that time of his age and everything. So no,
Man,
That's facts.
Twiz just broke that down majorly, man.
Cause that's real. That's real spit right there, Twiz. Like
well,
you hit it really on the muscle because it's like, all right, when we in the hood, you got people that's in the hood, you know, your peers or young bulls or even older people. They might be in the hood every day like you, but they might go to work every day. You know,
Damn,
they chill,
yo,
chop it up. That's might
I,
smoke a little bit. That's not their world or whatever like that.
I
And we're
just
not
want to say,
asking them to.
yo, Rosewood, sorry to cut you off, but I just want to say when Popp Hunna uses that quote from Twiz on his album, we're gonna need our credit. We're gonna need the publishing because I'm gonna have to change the video, the title to this video now. SV Twiz saves Popp Hunna's career. Because that's what
Hey.
you did, bro. That's what you just did right there, Twiz.
I
But
appreciate it.
Rosewood, you want to keep
Yeah,
responding?
cause like Mikey said, Mikey, you right. Cause it's like he's not in that world. It's a thing of, all right, him and his man out there on the block, they trapping, they in the mix. You know, they've been to juvie, they've been in and out and stuff like that. That's their world. You know, that wasn't his world. You know, at all. And like you said, he's seen his homie get killed in front of him. Yes, he's traumatized. And then the detectives are playing mind games with you. You never been in nothing like this. You know, so anybody to think that a 14-year-old that's not in that lane is going to handle it like a 14-year-old that's in the streets doing those things and know how to play the system and all that, that's ludicrous. You can't do that.
Especially with what they did to him, Rosewood. And we're going to get into that now. You brought it up. You know, he said, them boys weren't supposed to talk to me. They did not get consent to talk to me. He went further. He said that they told me that they were going to lock my family up. And I've never been, he said, they told me they were going to lock my family up, and I've never been in no shit like that. You know, because it's a different story, man, when they start telling you all those things, like, you're not getting out of here tonight. You're going to jail for a long time. Your mom is going to jail. Rosewood, did you want to comment further on that? Because that is definitely a despicable trick they play on you to get you talking.
Yes.
And then everything you say when you're in there, they can still write it down. They can use
Yep.
it, give it to the judge, and then the judge determines if it's admissible or not.
Yep. Yep. And and the crazy part about it is not only a dirty they do it with everybody, but it's really messed up when they do it to kids and like young boys that's like teenagers. And it's like almost this putting them into a stereotype like, oh, you that type of person. So let me treat you this way. Let me take your rights away from you so your mom can't even advise you. You know, we see with the what is it, the Central Park Five. One of them, you know, they went in, his dad told him to cooperate, and look what happened. So his mom might not have been on that time. His mom could have been like, you know what? No, we need our lawyer. We need to handle this the right way so my son don't get caught up. But they manipulate it, and that's what they do. And that's a real sick thing that they do, especially the young boys out here, because they know they don't know any better.
Twiz, did you want to comment on that? The fact that, you know, they said, listen, yeah, we talked to your mom. She knows. They probably said, she knows we're talking to you. Just talk. I'm going to write it down. You tell me what happened or else you're in some trouble. What do you have to say about all that, man?
Well, one thing, I got a couple of things to say about that. Philly, and I'm pretty sure every hood around the world, but definitely Philly, because, you know, I know how the politics work out there as far as how cops approach you. Philly cops, they always violate your rights. They always You know, I'd have been pulled over by cops before, and they just make you straight get out the car, no license, no nothing. They make you get out the
Facts.
car, check your car, do all that, make sure you ain't got no burn and salute. You know what I'm saying? So for one, the cops violated his rights. For two, no juvenile should ever be interrogated by no police without their parent present. You're a minor.
Never.
You can't even speak for yourself. And for three, when you dealing with homicide detectives, bro, homicide detectives is broken. They breaking grown men that have been catching rap
Facts.
their whole life. So them homicide interrogation rooms is a lot different than anything. If you never been questioned for a shooting or nothing like that, just how they be on the movies, bro. They have you in that joint for 48 hours, bro. You know
With
what I'm
the light
saying? And
on, with the light beaming on you. No
facts,
bathroom.
facts. So a kid is going to be scared. His parents should have been present, definitely. It might even be a lawsuit if they really look into it. I don't know if it's too late, but I feel like the mother
Yeah.
should look into a lawsuit because all of that was done unjustly. The police should have,
So
did what they felt as though their job was to do instead of snatching up another minor.
But Twiz, what if they have him in there? You know, they have him in there. They've got a written statement now. They've written down what he said to them. And he is actually telling them what happened that day. And now this sort of paperwork is what's dropped.
Well, all he could do is for him being a minor, it could be no different than what Rosewood said earlier with the Central Park situation. It could be like I was scared because when you in them type of rooms, them cops they push a narrative like it was this guy. Like just tell us, like we know it was him. We just need you to say it. So he could have like I was scared, and I just went with the
Scared.
flow because I was trying to get out.
All right, yeah, but here's the thing. It's like Rosewood was explaining, and I want to ask you too. Pop Hunna, I mean, he wasn't really known for the gangster raps. He wasn't known to be like 50 Cent coming out as a 12-year-old, you know what I mean, dealer in New York. He wasn't like Pop Smoke.
Well,
no, that's
if he was like that, he would have stood on the code because that goes to me also saying it's another breed of young bulls that's 12, 13, 14, and they well aware of what they to do's and not to do's. You got, what I'm
mhm.
saying, like they moving like grown men out here. But him for
Right.
being like Rosewood said earlier, I always remember growing up with kids where we'd be doing bad stuff. It might be one certain young boy, he might play ball, he might have a job at McDonald's after school, he'd chill with us in politics, but go on and we respected him for that. It's just so he was probably just you live in your area, you can't get away from the area you live in. You know what I mean?
So
Facts.
so Rosewood, is this situation with Pop Hunna? Am I saying that name right? Like I feel like am I saying
Yeah,
that
No,
right?
you
no.
saying it.
Hmm.
I don't need these young bulls killing me in the chat, man, because
No,
they will.
500. You
Yeah.
right. You got it right.
They will. So, yo, Rosewood, is this situation thrown out in the streets because he was a kid? I mean, I don't think like he's not really trying to prove to the street guys that he's a street dude. He's trying to prove to the street guys or anybody in general that he can get out of the hood and make something of his life.
Yes. Yes. And that's why I started off saying, for whoever put it out, it seemed like it's just a hating move.
Okay.
Because he was a great example to a lot of these young bulls out here that say, look, you can get a creative song, put on TikTok, you can be independent, you can get your own bag, artists will still mess with you, and all that, and do songs with you as long as the music's good. So the timing for that, it was just like a real hater move. And then
Right.
once we get down to it and now we hear his side of the story and how it went, that's a bad situation right there. Elmore went through a bad situation. We already know how the city is, so why throw that out there to tear him down before he can even really get started?
Twiz, what do you think about this with the kid catching some heat and they do this to sabotage his career. Maybe they're a little jealous that little Uzi Vert isn't hanging out with them, or the people, the managers aren't coming and pushing their career.
True. Listen, I'm gonna keep it all way a stack on what I'm about to say. I'm gonna keep it like as real as I can keep it. Now, we can take it back to when he did it. Like I said, at the time when he did it, should anybody from the streets that's really from the streets hold him responsible for that? No, absolutely not. What I think happened was at the time of him taking off in his career, the biggest problem was the content in his music. Had he came out and was more like a Drake style artist, a more of a friendly artist, but in his lyrics, he talks about putting bands on people's head. He talks about, getting this done and that done. So it's just like when you in the streets, period, bro. If somebody know that you like, you know what I'm saying, if somebody told and they, how our city is, Rosewood, they be like, yo, that's the boy that like, so it's going to come up like that, whether it's people from your hood, whether it's people from the guy that he told on. And I feel like that's what damaged him, is because the content of his music. And I feel like people in his situation should be more of control of what they talk about. Push the truth of the narrative. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, let these people and these kids, because you want to talk to the kids. He said that he cries after his shows. It haunts him. So why flood that poison out there in your music like it's cool? Me personally, I think that's why it got put out like that, because if you listen to the lyrics of his music, he's not a positive Pete rapper. You know what I mean? He talked negativity. He talked putting money on people's head. And I think that's why the paperwork got dropped like how it did.
There you go. There you go. You heard it right there from SV. My bad, Rosewood. You
that was great. Yeah, that was definitely great, Twills. That was great, bro.
So, as far as the situation goes, Popp Hunna really only said, the only thing I can tell you is I was chilling with my friend and some shit went left. Now, academics replied saying, people hate snitches because the people who cooperated were a part of the crime and trying to take the easy way out. Now, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers here, but, if he's sitting with his homie on the stoop, you know what I mean? If he's sitting with the homie on the stoop and then somebody comes and messes with your homie, that situation involves you.
Yeah, true. It does involve you, but at the same time, he's not privy to the lifestyle or that training. He doesn't have that street training because he's not in that world. Even if his homie, rest in peace, that died, that got killed, even if he's in that lane, he might be there's green to it. He might not be able to grasp that lifestyle. So they don't know. So now, after it's happened, you messed up because your friend died, and now you have the homicide breathing down your neck. If anybody ever seen Clockers with Mekhi Phifer and Harvey Keitel from Spike Lee movie, it's almost like the same thing. They running down on you, and now they would paint the picture of you being a snitch or whatever because they're coming up on you, leaving the card and all that. All these little goofy tricks to make your character look bad, and your neighbor to put pressure on you to say what happened. So once you get that, once you get where it's injustice at, that's when it's really like, we can't put that on young boy right there, yo.
Yo, I appreciate everybody tapping in. This is the hip hop panel right here. I'm about to send the link to our guy Bond Simmons. He makes out
Simmons.
But everybody share this video. We're talking about Popp Hunna right now. We're going to be speaking about young Dolph as well, you guys. Straight drop. We're going to talk about that all tonight as well. But I got to get into a major question about this that I'm going to bring over to you, Twiz. I'm going to bring this one over to you, bro.
Okay.
I want to ask you, bro, with this whole situation, how do you think or how do you see this affecting Pop Hunter's career? How do you see it affecting him in Philly? Because about a month ago or a couple months ago, when I seen this, I'm just wondering, did it start to stall everything out that he had going?
Yeah, absolutely. As far as in the city, it pretty much crushed him because it's like having a rapper from Chicago that when he got telling around his name, it's going to damage him. I forgot the young boy name. It's a young boy. What is his name? Tay 600 or something like that. What? It's
Yeah,
like yeah, it's a rapper from Chicago that his name got twisted and turned and telling. And when you come from certain areas, you know where people get busy at, where it's like it's a certain standards from when you coming from the city, and especially once you start talking about the streets and your music, yeah, it pretty much crush you. You know what I'm saying? I can't see him getting up out of his situation, unfortunately, as far as blowing up as a big artist. And he definitely not going to have the city supporting him.
Damn, Twiz. You think this is really going to be a knockout blow right here?
I do, because if that's the case, he would have never stopped rolling. And just because you're getting 100,000 views on your video, don't mean that you rolling. Because there are any of these big industry, any of these record labels going to come to you because your name is already like damaged. You know what I mean?
yep,
We've seen it happen to other Philly rappers for
yep.
situations where it wasn't even telling involved. You got too much
Hmm.
dirt around your name. They don't even want to deal with you.
Facts.
Damn,
Yep.
that's crazy. What's your take on that, Rosewood? What's your response? Is this going to affect Pop Hunter's chances of continuing to head to the mainstream, or is he just one hit away, one Billboard top 10 hit away from all of this being behind him?
I think he would have to have another hit, two more hits, to show that he's still working. But the thing is, Twiz made a perfect point. The labels look at you as damaged goods now, because the labels aren't going to take that and put that investment on you because now it's already out there. They couldn't get behind it and spin their own narrative. So I think I won't say it's a death blow for his career, but coming out of Philadelphia, just the way Philly carries everything, it just makes it real hard. Like Twitter said with the Chicago thing, it's like we're a stand up city, and it's like even some people, moms will look at that like, no, like my son not telling or whatever. So it's real hard in Philadelphia, and that's how it always been. And it's like no cooperation with the cops because they're corrupt, and we see
Facts.
what they did to him. So him
Facts.
coming out, like I said, I think he need a couple more hits, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard.
Uh, Twiz, that's probably something you can't deny. If he comes with a Billboard top 5, top 10 record, he could leave all this behind him. What's your take on that?
No, they not gonna let it by. The only thing that could have saved him is if he would have made it and then that information would have came out. But for him to not make it all the way and that
Okay.
information drop, me myself, I can't see it happening. Because like these people that's behind these machines, they want to help you push the image. You ain't never had to do nothing a day in your life. But if you once you get to that threshold and you want it, after that, when all the the hate and everything pop up after you made it, then it's more of a chance. Like this person still might roll. Like look at 6ix9ine for instance. Had that had happened at the time of him on his come up, then he wouldn't even have been in the shoes that he was in at that time where he felt as though he was winning. I feel like that
Mhm.
information got dropped too early in his career, and to
Yeah.
win to win from Philly, you gotta have support from the Meek Mills, the PNB Rocks, like that's just how it go.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
good
So I
segue.
can't see that happening.
Very good segue right there because another important part of this conversation with Pop Hunna is little Uzi Vert, probably
Mhm.
top 2 when it comes to Philly of probably top, I'm going to say when it comes to Philly of all time, top 3 of all time famous wise when
Yeah,
it comes to
got
Philly,
to.
not including
Got
Will
to.
Smith. Don't do that to me, guys. But so there was allegedly a conversation of DMs, which they're calling it fake. Some people say it might be fake. My thing is,
Mhm.
why did you respond if it was fake? Right, Twiz? Why did he respond to
That's
the
a fact.
DM if it was fake?
That's a fact.
Now I play both sides of the fence, you know what I mean? We got the
That
Philly boys in here. They're going back and forth about it. I'm playing both sides of the fence, man. Like you say, I see things in what Twiz said. I see what Rosewood is saying, and then we got the chat as well. But let's get into this DM conversation with Little Uzi Vert allegedly and Popp Hunna. So he hits him up and says, "Little bro, you got to take me off your EP. I can't accept what you did." Um, just right off rip, Rosewood, is that sounding like something a Philly dude would say to another person when he hears about him snitching? I can't accept what you did.
yeah, he basically said, "Low, bro," and now the crazy part about it, that do sound like something somebody sturdy from Philly would say. And Uzi basically says, like, "Listen, there's nothing against you. I can't work with you, and you know why? Because that stigma. You know, my core audience and fan base or whatever, I'm standing on, not telling and none of that. And the rhetoric I'm speaking in my music, I can't have somebody that has that on their jacket, attached to me." He said
Twiz.
it without being disrespectful.
So Twiz, he says, "Little bro, you got to take me off your EP. Yeah, EP. I can't accept what you did." Now, I want you to address that as well. I can't accept what you did. Is that something that they would say in regard to this? But also, him
That's
taking himself off of the guy's EP. Is that something you see little Uzi Vert doing? The song's done, the video's out there, but now you need to take me off your EP because you're not going to profit off of it like that.
this might rub people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And especially when it comes to Philly, because Philly they support Uzi a lot. I'm be keeping it stacked. Philly support Uzi a lot. Me, I'm just different though. Like I look at it like this: a regular street guy, that came from the streets and he stands on them principles. Let's say somebody like a Leaf Ward or you know what I'm saying, AR or somebody like that. I would accept that from them, but I wouldn't accept that coming from Uzi Vert. I'm sorry, bro. I don't care how hot his
Mm,
music is. I don't care how much he sell, bro. Because I come from the era where it's only one thing that's worse than the rat, bro. And you play with the credentials of the thing that's worse than the rat. I'm not trying to hear that from a man that wear dresses and carry his stuff feminine, bro. I'm sorry, bro. At the end of the day, if we gonna keep it music, let's keep it business, bro. Cause y'all dudes be
Mm,
doing features with
mm,
guys. Y'all be doing features with guys that drop on their knees behind the scenes. So why would you
mm,
not want to do music with this guy that was in a situation as a child? It don't make no sense to me, bro. Like, come on, bro. I wouldn't accept that. Not from Uzi Vert. I'm sorry, bro.
that's interesting that you say
right.
that, Twiz. And everybody follow
Okay.
Twiz right now. We got 125 people in here. Everybody
Saluting
follow us
everybody in
tonight.
here.
Follow Twiz. I got Rosewood's IG up there, and share this video as well. Chris John, my guy right there. That's my dude that's doing some shit with Wallow, right? And he said,
Facts,
"Good
facts.
point,
Chris
Twiz."
Join, I know who that is. Good guy right there. Real rap though. I'm keeping
Salute
it a
my
stack.
J.
So let's get into this because I think that was a very
Right.
interesting aspect Twiz brought up. Because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, Uzi, you're an entertainer, bro. Like, I'm here working with you on some entertainer shit. Like, this has
Facts,
nothing to do with that shit that we done left behind. If we were, or,
facts.
the shit that our friends, we know our friends for doing. But let's get to the next part of this.
Now
So,
hold on, Mikey T. Can I say something real quick?
of course,
Right
Rosewood.
now, Twiz, that was definitely great from the beginning. I don't think it was really in Uzi's hands either, because Drama and Cannon, they're from Philly. So you have other people that they deal with. So I think they really passed it down to Uzi, and they said, "Look, you might still want to work with him, but we can't have this over at our label." We don't know if it went like that. Uzi, it might have been out of his hands, but at the
All right.
same time, he didn't take the video down. He didn't
All
say
right.
he couldn't take.
Also, well, we'll get into that in a second, Rosewood, and a couple other things in regard with that. But Pop
Facts.
said Uzi ain't text him that though. All right.
And
So that's one thing. You're saying he didn't
facts.
text you that, but why are you responding to it then? Because he
Facts.
responded. Now let's get into his response. His response after Uzi says, "Little bro, you got to take me off your EP. I can't accept what you did." He says, "Come on, big bro. Everybody starting to hate me because I was being loyal. I did what I had to do." Now, for anybody saying that Pop is saying those are fake messages, my question is, Twiz, why would he even respond to that account like that?
Facts. And I just want to say two things because I got my desktop up and I see the comments. The first thing I want to say is what I was speaking on is if Uzi did say that, I'm saying I wouldn't accept that from Uzi indirect. If somebody had a control of his account or someone above him, yeah, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's understandable. But what I also got to say is somebody said Uzi got real street guys around him. I heard people say that, bro, he got a bag. If Uzi was walking around with $130 in his pocket, how many street guys would be around him? Come on, bro.
Facts.
Y'all don't make no
True.
sense. I hate when people be like, he got real street guys around him, bro. But when he was coming up in middle school and stuff like that, these were the same dudes that was 9 times out of 10 looking at him as a weirdo unless they was real family.
True.
Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that, bro.
Facts, Twiz.
Live from the Hood says that whole text is fake. And, I was just thinking to myself, if the text was real, maybe little Uzi Vert wouldn't respond again, right? Maybe he would just say what he said and not respond. You know what I mean? Because I've noticed a lot of celebrities do that. Once they've spoken, they've spoken. Like, say you get a DM from Lloyd Banks. One day, you guys, we are going to go over that DM that I got from Lloyd Banks. Say you get a DM from Rick Ross. You usually only get one. Now look at this. So allegedly, Pop says, everybody's starting to hate me because I was being loyal. I did what I did. I can't even get a feature from no more other artists because of this. This is allegedly what Pop says. And because of all the talking he did on this podcast, talking about, I was crying every night, I was crying after every show, you would almost believe that he would say something like this. Rosewood, you know what I mean? Like, so he's saying somebody came in and manipulated and made a fake picture, but it's like, they were pretty much trying to really make it look realistic is what I'm saying.
Yeah, now, and listen, I'm looking at the chat too. Julio Die, you right. It's a lot of people in both of their ears, And with Uzi, he has a major behind him. So their PR department, is going to control a lot of things in Uzi's area. So the thing is, emotions are riled up, and who knows if he really responded? Who knows if it was somebody from his management that responded to the fake, post allegedly?
Right.
We don't really know. We don't really know.
I'm just going to ask you point blank, Twiz. Do you think that was really Pop Hunna responding like that, man? That really would put him in a whole different light. And do you think that was little Uzi Vert messaging? Because Vert did message back one more time, and he said, let me see, what did he say right here? He said, sorry, little bro, I just can't respect what you did. So he did respond back one more time. Before we get into anything else, I just want to know, do you think that message is fake, or do you think little Uzi Vert sent him that message, or do you think that's just a message somebody doctored?
I mean, it could be a 50-50. I'm not going to say doctored, but what I do know is that But celebrities, they do have other people that's in control of it. Like like somebody said earlier, he got real street guys around him. So when you got artists like that and these street guys around you, they not around you because they love you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, they it's no different than like somebody like Suge or something, you know, with Death Row. It's like, you know, you got guys that's more in control of things where, you know, people from your hood get busy or whatever, and you bring these guys around you. You know what I mean? So it could be somebody in his camp that did it, and Uzi not going to dispute it. You know what I mean? He's not going to stop his folks that's around him from, you know, calling that out, because that's what
Yeah,
them type of
honestly,
artists do.
it's kind of like from what I was hearing Pop explain, and we're gonna get into this all in just a second, but they had a bunch of other records. They linked up for one day. They got in the studio, right? We're gonna get into that in full in just a second. But sometimes an artist like a Meek Mill, a Cassidy in his prime, you know, these guys, they'll run into a young bull one day that they really want to mess with all day. They'll shoot the video, they'll jump in the studio all day, but they're DJ dramas. You know, they're whoever's running their careers. They're like, bro, what are you doing, man? We got other money to get. You can't be working on your passion project just because you think Pop Hunna is the next big thing. We need to, you know, like usually the manager will keep people doing things A, B, C, D, you know. So that's, we're going to tap into that. But let me see where we're going next with this since we're past the text message part. So Pop Hunna explained the situation with little Uzi Vert. He said he explained this text saying he never said that. Don't you think if he would have said that, it would have been in there? And then he showed academics his own phone because I didn't say anything about it. So he showed them a completely different conversation to what was there. So what I want to know is, Twiz, did it hurt him not saying anything about it, or was he supposed to address this situation ASAP?
I feel like it don't matter if he not didn't say nothing about it or if he did address it. The biggest issue is that he did do it. You know what I mean? And like I said, I feel like what made the whole situation worse is the style of music that he put out. That's what I feel like made it worse. Had he been a different artist, more positive, more fun artist, then nobody could really say nothing then. But when you listen to his lyrics and it's like you outside and you got people with you and you talking that rap talk, that's where it make you look crazy at. Just to keep it a stack, like it make you look crazy.
So he also said, since that conversation came out, we hadn't said anything together. These are some talented people with fake ass screenshots, he said, Rosewood. But he also said that he never spoke to little Uzi Vert about it. And what do you make of that, Rosewood?
I can believe it because back to what Twiz said, you know, you have people in your camp really controlling your social media and who you talk to and who you conversate with. And is it might have been like, oh yo, he off limits, or at the same time, he said he was exiled for real, for real. So there's going to be a lot of people staying away from him. You know, he's not going to be getting invites to a lot of places. You know, so I don't think, will he get a chance to see Uzi? Yes, I do believe he will because of just being in Philly. But the thing is not going to happen anytime soon. You know, because he's exiled. You know, from Uzi hopping off the song. So if Uzi hop off, so they looking at it like somebody in your own city that was showing you love, and they're saying they're not with what happened in your situation, how you dealt with it. So they're gonna fall back. So I think Uzi genuinely messes with him. That's why I said the video was still up there. He didn't make him take the video down, but he said we just can't work from here on.
You think little Uzi kind of prematurely worked with Pop Hunna, Twiz, before he really
Yeah, I
knew his
think so.
background?
I mean, I think he did, but even after everything happened, I feel like in order for an artist like Uzi to work with somebody, he see talent in the guy. You know, so deep down inside, who knows? Uzi might really wanted to have continued to work with him, but like we said earlier, with the camps and all of that, that's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's why earlier I said if Uzi himself felt as though he should have worked with him because of them situations, that wasn't a, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't a solid move to me. Because if especially when it comes to people, if people in your camp can tell you, bro, don't work with him, he told, then them people in your camp should tell you, like, bro, don't wear that. Like, we don't do that. Like, we from North. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, we ain't on
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, you know, carry yourself like
Facts.
this. We move like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's songs that Uzi was recording that the people around him might not have approved. You know what I mean? But the world embraced it. You know what I mean? So when you got real street guys around you, it's best to let the artist, especially somebody like him, let the artist work. It's like Kanye. You're not gonna see Kanye vision, but if he got a vision, let him rock out and do that. It could bring more bread to your camp and you helping somebody else, man.
Well,
True. Now the thing is, that's why I go back and say, like, I don't think it's always 100% Uzi on this. I think it's a lot that his label, Generation Now. I think they're really saying like, no, this is a bad look if you attach this person onto your brand, which is our brand. You know, so it's like, you know, you might want to work with him, but you can't. So I think if it's on that case, then it's definitely out of Uzi's hands because his label is saying no, we not. And the thing is, his label owners they're from Philly, so now it don't even really have to be real street dudes. It could be industry guys that's from Philly that deal with them and say no, this is a bad look, and we don't want this. You know,
well,
their stakeholders, their investors.
do we actually know that little Uzi Vert isn't messing with Pop Hunna?
Nobody,
Yeah.
we don't. Well, I
It
mean, go
I
ahead,
mean
Twist. My bad.
I would say yeah, because your actions speak louder than words. Like that's that's
True.
that's that's no different than if you hitting me up every day and we doing this and that and we networking and 2 months go by, I'm not answering no phone calls, I'm not doing nothing. Like, you know, I mean, how you carry yourself and because if he was messing with him, then Uzi would have came out publicly and spoke on it. Like,
Okay,
y'all
you're
worry
right.
about the
True.
wrong things.
You're right because
True.
academics said, you know, he brought up how the rumors were that Black Youngster got dropped from CMG, right? So it was going all over the internet, right? And just like it's
Mhm.
going
Facts.
all over the internet right now, that little Uzi Vert. All right, hold on one second. We're gonna bring Bond Simmons in. Salute. We're bringing Bonds in
Bonds.
at a point where he could actually understand what we're talking about. Because
My
this,
G Bonds.
wait till you hear this shit, Bonds. So DJ Academics did an interview with Pop Hunna from Philly, and they broke down the whole rumors of him snitching, but they brought up the rumors. So Little Uzi Vert co-signed Pop Hunna, but it's alleged that once the paperwork dropped, he pulled back and said, "Yo, you got to take me off your EP." He's like, "I can't condone what you did, youngin. This, that, and the third." So, anyways, getting into it. So academics said bringing up Black Youngster getting dropped from CMG. Once all those news started to speculate, Yo Gotti jumped on the internet and shut that shit down.
Right,
Now, right, he shut it down, Bonds. Now,
right.
all these rumors of a text message from Little Uzi Vert saying to Pop Hunna that he can't condone him snitching start circulating, and there's no Little Uzi Vert tweet to dispel that.
Right.
So
And
that's
like you were saying, it's crazy. I never even noticed that part when you brought it up. When you was like, he said that he was like, Uzi said he never wrote that, but like, why you respond to it though?
right. And some people are saying that's fake, but you could take it a step further and say, okay, now Twiz, if Uzi really messes with dude, then he would just simply go on his Twitter or any social media and say that shit's fake. right or wrong, Twiz?
It
Right.
not only go on a public, a public platform and tweet about it or whatever, but most importantly, continue with the music. You know what I mean? You can clearly hear the young boy talking about, I got like 5 joints recorded with Uzi. Act like would they ever come out? Probably not, because he feel the energy and he see the change. You know what I mean? So it don't matter what the situation is. Uzi gonna stand on whether his people said it, whether the label said it, or whether he feel that himself. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we talking about the music industry, bro. I don't
Right.
care if your homies is in your ear, like, bro, no, don't do that. This dude did this and that, bro. If he can sell wearing dressing how he do, then he can talk to them like, I'm trying to tell y'all, this is gonna bring us more money. We can even sign him. You know what I mean? It could be on them type of angles, bro. Because at the end of the day, if long as your music is good and you got the right people behind you, you gonna be good. And we're not gonna say his music is trash. He make good music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like he would have been more than just a one-hit wonder. You gave him a chance or whatever. But at the end of the day, Uzi obviously is stamping whoever called it if he didn't call that shot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always up to the artist, if you ask me.
So Rosewood, DJ Academic said if big artists don't mess with you, especially from your own town, they'd be like pretty much saying I'd be effed up to mess with him too. So little if they, everyone's obviously seeing this message. They see little Uzi Vert saying I can't accept what you did. Now all the other Philly artists are going to back away from working with him. Is that pretty much how it went down?
Yeah, because once that stigma's put on your jacket, that's one of the worst, stigmas to put on you, And when it came out, it wasn't a lot of information, put out there, and then he didn't speak on it, so we didn't really know. So a lot of speculation, and they say a lie unchecked becomes the truth. So the streets will take it, and even though like we kind of forget about it, whenever you bring it up or his name, that's the first thing you're going to think about now. So any artist in Philadelphia, especially if you're an artist talking about street stuff and you're not condoning that, it's really hard to put you next to that person. Even if you want to do music with that person, the people that's backing you, whether it's a label, major, independent, or just management, they're going to be saying, no, this is a bad PR move. Maybe if we jumped on it before all this happened later, if we jumped ahead of it, came out with a plan and said what it really was, and look, this is what we sticking to it. His mom wasn't there. He's manipulated by the law, and listen, we got more music to come. Like Twiz said, if he would have kept, pushing music out there and stepped out there and said what it was, then he probably could have kept the traction going. But now, it's just you get that on your jacket, especially in a city like Philadelphia.
Facts.
Some people, especially like his age group, like the younger, some of them not even trying to hear that. They're not trying to hear like, oh, yo, he just did. They looking at it like, oh no, he told.
They not.
So Rosewood, why do you think Popp remained quiet, man? Was it because he didn't really? Is it like I said earlier, because the right platform wasn't there? Does it fall into him being so young in his career? Like if you remember early on in the Migos career, they didn't do so much talking in interviews. They tried to let the music speak for it. So why did he remain so quiet? And I'll let you get at this one too, Twiz. And Bonds, if you have anything that you want to say in regard to it at the end after hearing what they say about why an artist would remain so quiet about something that could jeopardize their career, I'll let you tap in as well. But Rosewood, take it.
Now, I think it's a number of reasons, and you touched on a couple of them right there. One of them, and this is not in any order, one of them is definitely because there weren't platforms like how you have academics right now, or how Adam 22 is right now. You have a lot more platforms that you can go on and really speak your story where people are going to be non-biased. People that's not from the city of Philadelphia. And another thing is he's independent. He doesn't have a major PR firm, or the money to hire a major PR firm to spin the story to the media and then working
What
on
about
social
going on his
media
IG
and
live, man? Why isn't he going on his IG
but
live? Is he too shy to go on
because
IG live? I mean, I know I
well,
had to get over that too. I mean, it's a real thing.
well, that's another point that you touched on too, and I'm gonna say yes. That's another thing. For one, to get that stardom, to get that fame that fast, you're gonna have a lot of anxiety already, and now you have to deal with something negative on top of that. He's a young boy. He ain't ready for that. He never did no really interviews. You see in the interview with Academic, he say he stutters or whatever. So that's another way for you to have anxiety and feel uncomfortable with doing interviews. And then you won't have to ask. And like you said, it's not the platforms that's really going to be non-biased and really hear the story. You're going to have guys really trying to have clickbait and try to, ask questions and make it spicy or whatever like that and catch him up and he's saying something stupid, which he really don't mean. So he really had to take his time out and figure how he was going to say this and how he's going to approach it and where he's going to say it and where he's going to approach it too. So those things that you said and what I said, I think those are the reasons why he wasn't able to come out and really speak on it.
Twiz, did he take too much time? And give me your thoughts overall.
Good question.
All right, definitely. Y'all can hear me clear, right?
Yep, you're on live.
Yeah.
Twiz look like you're glitching out. Julio says Bull should have never did that interview. I don't agree. I think he had the right platform to actually do it on. I was going to say
Yeah.
a moment ago that, this new off the record show that Academics has, Bonds, it's not like Everyday Struggle. He goes into a lot more gritty shit than he was allowed to do with the Complex Network, I think. Would you say, Bonds?
Yeah.
It definitely seemed like a whole different vibe. It don't give me none of the feelings of that Everyday Struggle show.
And I did enjoy Everyday
Definitely not. He got more creative control.
Yeah. He's unfiltered on there. He says he interviews who he wants to, and he gets he had Skinny from the 9 up there, just getting his whole story about getting beat up and shot a few different times. He gets the story that a couple 100,000 people want to hear about, man. But with this whole situation, Bonds, with this cat Popp Hunna, it actually involves a situation when he was 14 years old when his friend got taken out on the block. And you know what I'm saying? So that's sort of what has come up to haunt him right now. Twiz, you back in here, brother? Twiz, your joint working? He hurt his career.
Sure.
That it died down.
What they say he told on the dude?
Well, they actually got him.
No, see, that's the thing, Bonds. What? My bad, Mikey. Tay. What the thing is, Bonds, when it first came out, it was like, oh, all right, boom, his man got shot, and he told on the guy that shot his man. But when he came out just now and he told his side of the story on what really happened, that's not how it went down. And they were saying his mom made him say it and all that. He said his mom wasn't even there. The cops just scooped him up or whatever and lied to him and said his mom gave consent. And they also said they was gonna lock him and his mom up. You know how they play dirty like that.
Rosewood. Yeah. Let me read these 2 comments right here. It'll break it right down for Bonds. These 2 comments will break it right down for Bonds. So Romero Austin says, dude was 14 and a civilian versus being 14 and in the streets. And Starboy says He's a snitch. He saw murder and couldn't handle it.
I hate
It was,
niggas gotta stop
it
that.
wasn't that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That does put it in a different perspective. That he was 14, and now granted, he was not a street 14-year-old. And the street kids at 14 know better than that. But I'm not sitting here. I wouldn't sit there and ride him. You know what I'm saying? For that, I wouldn't sit there and ride him for that personally. You know what I mean? 14 years old as a man got killed, whatever. Yeah, he told police what he's saying. Of course, I'm not gonna look at him as a gangster, but I'm not trying to ride on him for that. I'm not trying to.
And that's the same thing. That's the same thing I was saying, Bonds. It's not like he was that 14-year-old on the block coming his man trapping. He been out juvenile placements and stuff like that. He in that world. He ain't even in that world, so he don't even know how to deal with the cops when they come.
That's a fact.
And they coming with the technology on him. He 14, don't know nothing about the streets.
Yeah,
he know a little bit, but he green, and he ain't even on that tight time.
Yeah, then seen his man get killed. Like, so, and this is the thing that I don't like. This is the thing that I don't respect. I only could respect a talk like that about, you know what I'm saying, from gangsters, from a gangster, from street people, from jail dudes, from dudes that live their lives. Like little dudes spectating and soft dudes and fellow rats spectating. And like you pointing the finger, and you ain't if you're not a hardened criminal, if you ain't a gangster, don't say that. If you can't look in the mirror and say I'm a gangster for real, then you shouldn't even be having this conversation about that little boy, man.
True.
You playing yourself and you fronting.
True.
If you're doing that, you can't.
And that's why I said it was hating for when it came out, because he come out with the song, he's blowing up, got Uzi on there, and it's like, oh, let's put this out on him.
Yeah, niggas are killing something.
If they know the story, how he said it, then it's like, hey, the cops did an injustice to young boy. Like Twiz said earlier, he might have a case, because you're a minor. Your parent is supposed to be there. What if his mom wanted a lawyer? He wasn't even able to get that. So we're not even speaking on the injustice of it, like looking at it now, or even the people that put it out, if they seen the actual paperwork and they're going to see that he's telling the truth, or they say that what he said is right.
They don't care about the fact that they don't want to do that. They want to hang him.
Well, Bonds, before we get more,
I think that's one of the reasons.
Let's let Twiz get into what he was saying. You're all good to go now, Twiz?
Yeah, definitely. Can y'all hear me clear?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yeah, you straight.
All right, yeah, I had to reset my phone. I apologize for that, fellas. Mikey, I
heard that in the chat. He apologizes. SV Twiz, the hood blogger, is apologizing to all of you.
Capo Twiz.
Click. Definitely appreciate it.
I want y'all to click on his Instagram right now and shoot him a follow. I'm sure he'll follow everybody back in here that follows him.
Absolutely.
We are going to speak on young Dolph in just a minute, man. Allegedly, his guy, Straight Drop, is going to turn himself in Monday. We're going to address that. I don't know what he thinks he's going to get a bond or something. We'll tap into that in a second. Twiz, the floor is yours, my brother.
All right, so Mikey, I forgot what the initial question was that we was touching up on before my connection started acting crazy.
The question that I had attached to it was, did he wait too long to actually jump on a platform and talk about this situation? Right. That's really what I wanted you to tap in about.
So was it too long? We could say yeah, but we could say no also. Me in particular, why do I think he didn't respond so fast is because the average man, when you get allegations against you that you know is not true, the first thing you to do is immediately respond to it. So for him to have allegations against him that are true, he had to be strategic in explaining the situation and how he talked, he seemed like the type of young boy that deal with stress, depression and things of that nature due to the
Oh man,
fact
do
of
we got another
everything.
Charles Hamilton on our radar? Like, bro, you telling me this bull is hot? Like, you guys came to me like, yo, Mikey, this
It
bull
don't,
is hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Bonds.
yeah,
I seen this. I don't know if you saw this story break on Media Takeout a few months ago about Popp Hunna snitching. We didn't want to bring it to our Philly boys, man. We didn't
yeah,
want to bring it to you. We want to let y'all live.
Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't know who he
But,
was. I didn't pay too much attention to it.
yeah,
but
but that's what,
we ain't know all the facts. Not to cut you off, Twiz. We
no,
didn't
you
know all
good.
the facts, Mikey T. When it first came out, we
Yeah,
didn't hear anything from him, and it was a lot of he say she say going on.
Right.
exactly. So with him addressing it, it just let it know that it was true, and he explained on why he did it. You know what I mean? It leads to that. At the end of the day, I feel like he felt as though that probably wouldn't have had came up. You know what I'm saying? So
So
when
I heard
something
one of
like
y'all
that,
say. I heard one of y'all say he was a gangster rap. I never heard none of his music. He be rapping like tough,
yeah,
like
yeah, and his music, when you listen to it, he talk about I put bands on, you know what I'm saying? I put bands on your head type music. I get you done up. And that's where I said
Okay,
where it affected him.
Twiz, I had this question for you. Just so for anybody who doesn't know, and for Bonds, myself, the question is that I want you to answer is what type of artist was Popp Hunna known as, Twiz?
He was an artist like all these young boys is now. They all talk that street lingo. It's not we don't got too many more slick ricks and guys that talk different messages. And I feel like when you got a backyard, how you do, don't promote that music because it's the same guy that said that he still cries after shows. He still can't barely sleep at night because of it. So why put that poison out there knowing the city we come from, bro? Because if I become a rapper right now and I'm talking that goon stuff, whether I'm talking about getting something done to somebody or whatever, the streets that's going to gravitate to you are the people that's living it. So they rooting them on like, yeah, like you like the people's champ, bro. So when these type of things get dropped, everybody gonna be like, whoa, seriously, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's where I feel like you know what I'm saying, where that that's like a tight and sticky situation for him. And he didn't know how to address it. He thought that it wouldn't pop up, obviously. You know what I mean?
I was
that's
saying,
rough.
Twiz, did he have an issue jumping on social media because he wasn't really, I guess, how you say, media trained? Like he wasn't really
No,
ready, set, go on an interview?
he had an issue jumping on social media with it because, like I said, he know it was true. People defend themselves immediately when there's allegations that they know that, bro, I wasn't there. That this ain't what happened. But when you know these allegations are true and people can prove it, now you in a tight situation. Now you got to be strategic with it.
So, Bonds, you joined us a little bit late, but this is allegedly the message that little Uzi Vert had sent to him. He hit him and he was like, "Lil bro, you got to take me off your EP. I can't accept what you did." So this was allegedly the message, man. So what do you think, man? Big artist like Uzi helps this kid out from his own city, but then he hears about these rumors. So they asked him, first of all, for everybody watching, academics asked him, "You guys recorded 5 songs together?" And he basically explained it that they got together one day, they shot the music video, and they did the 5 songs. So it's like, how much of a relationship do you really even have with little Uzi Vert? You guys got together for one day in Bonds. It kind of seems like Uzi didn't know all of his background.
Right, yeah. Uzi probably, man, yeah, he probably didn't know, he probably might have been a money move or, management move between the two parties or whatever, being he from Philly. So probably was something he finagled. So they probably got together to look for that hit, you know what I mean? Probably took him like 5 tries. They picked the best one or whatever. But yeah, he probably definitely didn't know that. It's
So what about
crazy.
an artist though? Like you're the artist of the group. For anybody who doesn't know, Bonds is the artist of the group. How does an artist like actually like this is a superstar? he goes to him, yo, you got to take me off your EP. Like, what? Like, how can you really see that happening? Take me through that as an artist.
Dude, it happened all the time. Like you see, I mean, you see like NBA YoungBoy and Moneybagg Yo start beefing after they did the joint together. So I mean, you know,
Moneybagg Yo wasn't as big then.
Exactly. So I mean, it's like I don't know why, but it could have been from outside. But like I heard Rosewood say, that's crazy coming from Lil Uzi Vert. Like you running around with a man person, you worrying about.
No, that was Twiz.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you running around with the man purse and the tightest clothes ever. And you giving out thigh and leg all day. And you talking about, you know what I'm saying, somebody else.
You talking about you can't accept what I did.
Can't accept what somebody else did.
I can't accept you painting your nails red. Like,
yeah, I can't accept you putting a stone in your forehead. Like, what are you talking
it's
about?
only facts.
They said that was fake bonds. So in regard to him responding, we're kind of both canceled out, Bonds.
Yeah. And this is the thing.
Why would you respond?
Yeah.
But Bonds, he also said since that happened, he had not talked to Lil Uzi Vert. Now, as an artist, some shit like that pops off about you. I don't expect your first call would be to call Lil Uzi Vert and be like, yo, bro, this shit ain't true. But I mean, if this text message comes out online, aren't you hitting Lil Uzi Vert and being like, yo, what? This is some fake shit.
Yeah. Or I might jump in my feelings and just disrespect them. Like, fuck you talk. Like, I mean, but, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like you definitely have to you gotta address that situation, bro. And if it's something that you did, then you just gotta wear it. You just gotta say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said 6ix9ine snitched and then he said it. Like, so you gotta stand on whatever you did, bro. If you made a mistake, just be like, I was 14, it was crazy. You gotta keep it 100, bro. Stop tucking your tail and running, man. You can't do that.
Twiz, I didn't ask
I don't think he tucked his tail and ran though.
I think he waited all that time. I think he waited like,
Twiz, what do you think, man? He didn't. This message is circulating online, and you got a record with Lil Uzi Vert, and you don't call him when this message is circulating online. Like he says he hasn't talked to him. What kind of shit is that?
Absolutely. I feel like I said, I feel like he emotional young boy. He should have reached straight out to him. Not saying that he didn't. He should have definitely reached straight out to him, like, what's going on? Blase blah. And then if we know it's on, it's on. But it's ways that he could have maneuvered around that. He could have became a savage out the situation. He could have did like Popp. Like, we're not going to trip, bro. Popp, as impactful of an artist as he was, when he got shot up, he wasn't hesitating to say Biggie and them lined it up. So he was like, you know, he was pretty much throwing things left field, bro, like putting things out there. So what he could have did was, at the end of the day, like, we talking about you, bro. Like, come on, at the end of the day, he could have, like, went at him on that. Like, I'm sorry. It could have been different angles. I would have probably used more force being in a situation like him instead of worrying about people sympathizing for his situation. And I feel like that's the route that he's going right now. And that's not going to look good because of the style of music he got out.
Now, the thing is, Twiz, like that's a great point too, and that's why I always go back and say that I don't think it's all the way the artist on his part or Uzi part. I think his camp is directing him in a certain direction and saying, no, you're going to speak this time, and Uzi camp is directing him in a certain direction and saying, like, look, you might want to work with the youngin or whatever like that, but listen, you can't bang with him no more. The song that y'all did do, we're going to keep that up here. We're going to keep that. We're not even going to take that there. We're not even going to. So we're going to keep that, but we just can't work with you no longer. Now, Uzi can have his personal feelings and all that, but a generation now is saying no. And then if Pop Hunnick camp is saying, oh, we're going to maneuver like this because nobody's messing with us, it makes it difficult for those two artists even to meet up to rectify or say these things to each other.
So I just got a question real quick, Mikey. Mikey, how many people we got? How many people we got in the chat right now?
We got 90 people in here.
I think 90 something.
Right, we got 90 people in chat. So Mikey, Rosewood, and Bonds, and everybody in the chat. I got a question. Do y'all feel as though with Uzi not wanting to be a part of his music career, do y'all feel like that is stopping him from, as far as like, being a good artist, or do y'all feel like the situation of him telling period is what, is going to crush him? Because, will he be able to still make good music like Mikey touched up on earlier? Could he just continue to push good music and still be independent and win? But do y'all feel like since Uzi being an impactful artist from Philly, not wanting to be parts of him, that it's pretty much over for him?
I would say, well, salute you, Dr. C. I'm a real dude. I ain't a gangster though. But I would say like this, bro. In my opinion, it's not what gets thrown at you, it's how you react. So these things thrown at him, yeah, it could be bad. And then, the little Uzi Vert has a following. And then we are talking about a young generation where they mental is already like, like Rose said, they already like, listen, you know what I'm saying? But then again, like I said, it don't matter what's thrown at you. It always matters how you react. You know what I'm saying? So if that could break him or it could make him. If he, you know what I'm saying? If he,
Let me read this comment here from
Good
Ghost
point.
answering your question, Twiz. He said, Uzi just can take someone over the top ASAP, but he can still get it alone.
I agree.
And,
That's heavy.
So looking at the video, just looking at the video that they had together, the Adderall video, Corvette, the remix, it actually has 45 million views on the YouTube page. That's 45 million. That's a big ass number right there. You know what I mean?
It is.
Some of these guys only have
from
3
YouTube.
3 million views.
And 100 million on Spotify.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Rosewood, judging by that, man, why do you think everyone started getting weird on Popp Hunna? You know what I mean? The guy has 50 million views on YouTube.
Because it's the whole snitching stigma, and for nobody to know what really went on, people are going to stay away from him. Even the labels aren't going to invest that money because they're going to be like, oh no, it's too much we're going to have to deal with. We can't really clean this up right now because it's too far in. It's too far in. Maybe if this was beginning, but he's independent. So he only has his management, and his management, everything is grassroots. Because like I said earlier, before you tapped in, a lot of people will look at him as an industry plant. But really everything was really grassroots. And he's straight independent, making all this on his own. So you have a lot of people that's really new to the industry that don't have those ties and connections or those favors from major label execs or people that say, look, I owe you a favor. You know what? I'm still going to help you out. You're brand new. You're getting it from the mud. You don't even have a chance to even create those relationships. So you get that stigma. People are going to stray away. That's hip hop, period. That's hip hop, period. Like anybody with that, because even like Rick Ross, when he came out with him being a CEO and then him lying saying he wasn't, it was a lot of people that backed off Rick Ross. He had to have Def Jam use their PR machine and really clean that up.
And the Mikey T PR machine, but I get no credit for that.
No, see, Mikey T, I ain't want to attach you to it, because they ain't cut you your check yet.
Well, I mean, I only saved MMG from getting destroyed by G Unit, but I don't get credit for that. But anyway, Tanya says, in regard to what you were talking about, Twiz, he can still be a good artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so You know what I mean?
China Mac says, or excuse me, China Man, excuse me, salute to the big bro, China Mac. What E40 say? I rock with you whether you right or wrong. I stand on that.
True.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean?
No, Dr. C, save that question for when we do the open questions in just a few minutes. Bonds, excuse me, Twiz.
I was just saying, you know, he just need to drop a new single, man. New single called "You Would Have Did It Too." I mean, you would have did it too.
See, you know what I think it depends on who was involved with that situation and who put that out there like that, because that can have something to do with it too, the source that it came from. If it was,
but also the timing.
The timing,
the timing is when he's going up, so dude's gonna hate, of course.
Well, bro, he has 45 million views already on YouTube alone, so their timing is a little bit late, I would have to say.
It's not late, but what I am going to say is, like I said earlier, it's you coming from Philly, bro, and the energy you put out in your music. Let Drake be in the same situation as Kanye. Do y'all think that would be an issue? No, they'd be able to sit down and be like, you know, at the end of the day, my job is to make good music. I never tried to be this gangster, this street guy. So when you putting that type of poison out in your music and you coming from the trenches, it can affect you. And like I said, it's his dialogue in his music because the streets is listening to it. If you listen to his verses and everything that he's talking about in his verses, that's what make the whole John look crazy.
I got to address
Twiz, I got a question. This for everybody in the panel and the comment.
Rosewood, can you hold that question real quick? I just got to address something. Dr. C.
Go ahead, my bad.
Dr. C said 6ix9ine took Snitching to a whole new level, and now he has at the top of Billboard. That is actually not accurate. You see, 6ix9ine, though he came out with a whole lot of buzz, he has not been able to really take advantage of the whole snitching. When he got out, touring wasn't a thing, so he wasn't able to tour those big records like when he had the record with Nicki Minaj that went to #1. They weren't able to tour that. You know, his album came out and sold like 50,000 units. They changed the ruling so he couldn't be at the top of Billboard. So, no, 6ix9ine has not capitalized off of snitching. He came out and he had 2 million viewers on Instagram. If he wouldn't have snitched, he would have came out, he probably would have had 2.5 million viewers.
But the difference, you want to say, Twiz? Yeah, the difference between 6ix9ine and Popp Hunna is 6ix9ine already had the internet on smash before he told. He already was in a better position in his career before he told. He had a lot of things going on where it was like going through stuff with Chief Keef and all of, like it was a lot of stuff going on where you hear his name every 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference.
Rosewood, you had a question for us all though. I'm intrigued, my brother.
Yeah, no, what I was gonna say is with the situation, because I was speaking on what Twiz had to say. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
It was a question or something you said. I think it might have been in the chat.
Yeah, no, it was something that you were saying, but I just said, you know, that's a different, like, you know, outlook on it. I'm gonna have to think about it, you know, when we go on.
Another thing I wanted to add on, Mikey, the difference between 6ix9ine and Popp Hunna is Popp Hunna was a kid when he told. You know, 6ix9ine was older and well aware of what goes on in the street politics and he took down, you know what I'm saying? He really took down people, bro, off of different emotions. This day and time, will Popp Hunna would have told, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Only God would know. But at the end of the day, it's like 6ix9ine told as a grown man, and he knew he was more knowledgeable, and he had involved himself in street life. When Popp Hunna told, like he said, he was a kid. He ain't never hustled with nothing before. He was a kid that listened to his mom. You know what I'm saying? which a lot of us, we was hard headed. We wasn't listening to our mom 13, 14.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, that's a good thought there, Twiz. So guys, we got to talk about young Dolph, man. We got to talk about this dude straight drop. Bonds, what do you think about this guy doing a video, dropping a video 5 days after Dolph passes, and he's wearing a PRE chain?
Clout dangerous, man. Clout dangerous, Mikey.
Clout dangerous.
Clout rules everything around me. Clean.
Well, you know, some people
dangerous.
were poking fun at him. I think it might have been academics. It might have been somebody else. No, it wasn't academics. Some people were poking fun at him that the video only had 300,000 views. After, you know, he couldn't even get up 1 million views off of doing all that shit. But Bonds, why the hell would he put himself on the Fed's list, like putting that chain out there like that 5 days after the video? He was already on the run as well, Bonds.
Yeah. Clout, man. They do it. I figured it out. The new generation, they do the social media and the gang banging, and they mix it. They tweet and FaceTime they ops. They do that. Like they social media is a part of their gang banging. It's crazy. It's literally crazy.
So
but that's what they do, bro. They gotta do a video. They gotta it didn't happen.
They gotta get one more announcement into it. Bonds about how he's gonna turn himself in. He has to take the Clout one step further. Another post about when he's gonna turn himself in, just for the Clout, right?
Like, I don't want to hate on nobody. I just, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I mean? I fuck with Dolph, man. Dolph was, you know what I mean? So it's like a sad situation. Like, he took a real one. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, was he not to cut you off, Bonds? Was he signed, Mikey T? Was he signed to Paper Route?
I don't think he was signed to Paper Route. The rumor is that he took Big Moochie's chain.
Okay.
But there was another.
They were saying he never, like, him and the Moochie dude didn't get along. So he was, I guess they was cool with like Key Glock. This is what, you know, the YouTube investigators are saying. He was cool.
That's what I heard.
He was cool with Key Glock, but I guess he started feeling some kind of way. He got locked up, and then, you know, Dolph signed Moochie, and they like, you know what I mean? So that's, I guess they raw Moochie like, yo, do soft, they don't mess with him and all that. And then, you know, the man you reaching on to, big homie, then signed your op. So now you feeling real small, probably, you know what I mean?
So, Bonds, what do you make of the whole situation of Dolph had $500,000 worth of jewelry stolen from his car in 2019? Do you think this precedes the issues with Straight Drop and Moochie, or do you think this could potentially be connected? I mean, sometimes these dudes are weirdos. They be watching rich people's cars.
Yeah, nah, and niggas be around, and that's probably why Dolph didn't sign them niggas, because they probably too grimy and slimy. So, you know what I mean? That's probably part of the reason they be around, and then something come up missing. You know what I mean? You got all these, you know what I mean? So, this is thirsty, man.
So, Twiz, we had spoke about this, but what do you make of this dude actually announcing via social media that he's going to turn himself in this coming Monday?
For one, I gotta say, even how the whole situation happened, I just love our generation and the ones before us, because we move completely different. You know, we move completely different, bro. Like, even, you know, we fell into like, before it was internet and the internet did come, we had MySpace, but people wasn't broadcasting stuff over MySpace, you know. But now it's like these kids these days, bro, like, you know, what's the gain from anything, bro? Like, what are you gaining from that, bro? If you got that much energy, bro, you better go run up in the TD or something like that, bro. Like, at the end of the day, it's like,
Twiz, you're right. What is he gaining from this?
Exactly.
Bonds, in July of this past year, July 2021, while I believe he was still on the run, he released a music video and he had over 100,000 views. Now the November video post Young Dolph, he only has 300,000 views. He didn't. He could have just kept working at his career.
Exactly.
Facts.
You know what that is compared to sitting in his room, in his dirty room, counting roaches. Kidding me?
Rosewood, what do you think about this whole situation? First they broke the news that the suspect in Young Dolph's case had been identified. Then they actually released pictures of a nightclub when the dude was literally standing right behind Dolph. And now he says he's going to turn himself in Monday. What do you make of this whole situation? Because I have not got your comment on it yet.
Monday.
Well, it's first of all, rest in peace, Young Dolph. And from what I'm hearing from, like, what Bond said, the internet detectives and all that, basically they say there's like the younger guys in the clique, they start beefing. And it's sort of like what Bonds was saying or whatever. Somebody got on and somebody, but you're supposed to keep working. You're supposed to keep working. And at the end of the day, regardless of how you feel about this company or whatever like that, if you're trying to make it, you have to humble yourself and you got to deal with the ups and downs. You got to take your losses just like you take your wins, the same way. And a lot of these young boys, I'm glad Twist said that, like our generation and the one before that, our code and our ethics, we knew we had to do our due diligence before we were going to get any reward. Or, we might get a reward and no recognition, and we were cool with that. They wanted, like Bond said, that killer clout. Like they'd die for the clout, and they'd take a life for the clout. And that's so senseless and sick, because it's like, you don't need to take this man's life, and you know how much he's providing for people because you're trying to get on through this same person. So it's like, because you're in your emotions and feelings about whatever, that you're going to take a life of the person that's providing for everybody because he didn't directly give to you. Maybe it wasn't your time to receive that blessing. So now you blocked your whole blessing, your whole life, everything. Even if he's, acquitted, if he didn't do it, he's always going to look bad. His career is always, is never going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
even if he's acquitted of it.
These dudes, they get like, we was talking about emotional a little bit earlier when we was talking about Popp, and it was different, because with Popp, it's like emotional. Okay, you're not even going to reach out to the guy. But Young Dolph got emotional on Yo Gotti. He started lashing out on him all over records, because Yo Gotti didn't sign him when he wanted to be signed. And now we see what's popped up here in this whole situation with Straight Drop.
But I don't think he ever had in his heart that he wanted to do any physical harm or let alone kill Yo Gotti because they're going back and forth. He's just expressing how he feels, and he know Yo Gotti is the big dog. So you got to come a certain way.
What make Dolph's situation different than Straight Drop is you can't cover up a star. When it's time for that star to shine, that star going to shine. These young boys' problems is they might have a little love in their head because they known for getting busy. They getting their views on YouTube and all that. But at the end of the day, if you're not no star and you can't take it, you can't run up on that rapper and do this and that to him and think that's the line of success. Because if you was really a star, you would have been able to put that in your music and go at Dolph and keep it at music and monopolize off of that. But these dudes be so angry and hurt because they baby moms and their girls is listening to Dolph. They nieces and nephews got Dolph playing when they pull up. So it's like they just try to execute people, man, and get them out the way and think they going to hold the torch. But it don't work that way.
And that shows you that they ain't rappers, man, because Twiz, you said it perfect. My bad, Mikey T.
No worries.
He didn't have the lyrical prowess to keep it on wax. You could be emotional, but you could be like, look, this is my opportunity to show the world that I'm a top rapper
And
out of
talented.
Memphis and
Exactly.
talented.
Bonds, real quick.
Yeah.
Not on the schedule here. Can you tell us about the time that Suge Knight? I'm just kidding. No. Bonds, no, not on the schedule. But no, I was gonna ask you about the whole Yo Gotti and Young Dolph situation, but I totally just blew my train of thought making that joke. But no, let's talk about this whole statement that Straight Drop made. So Straight Drop said he's turning himself in on Monday. Actually, there's another part of that I want to address because people be saying they're going to turn themselves in on Monday. They say they're going to turn themselves in on Monday to buy themselves a little bit of time, right, Bonds?
Yeah, then Monday come like Sunday night, like
Monday gonna hit quick.
Oh, you've been through this before, Bonds.
Yeah, I had to, you know what I mean? I had to go in. But yeah, I went in. I had to go. I think I had to do that twice. Yeah.
I'm just saying do you think he's really going to turn himself in on Monday?
He ain't no true savage. If you a savage, you need to max all the way out, bro. Your life is gone once the cuffs get on you, bro.
Yeah, he might
the hood blogger, SV Twiz, the hood blogger, is going to be disappointed if Straight Drop turns himself in on Monday. Like, come on,
it
man.
don't make no sense.
Nah,
you already been going, bro. You already been going that far. If I'm in his situation, I'm not turning myself in, bro. And y'all come up on me, y'all gonna have to body bag me, bro. My life is over now. I don't even care no more. You went that far. You know what I'm saying?
Rosewood?
See, but Twiz, that go back to what you were saying about our generation and the generation before. You know, we live a different way and we move a totally different way. So young boy not even really built for to go on the run. He can't even leave his own state for real. So how can he really go on the run? So he can only really turn himself in.
He's got stacks of cash in matching Gucci outfits.
Listen, Mikey T, that's the facade. That's the facade. It's the facade, Mikey T. You go on a run, you have to have a serious bag, and not just a serious bag. You have to have a serious network that's going to hold you down, and you got to really know how to maneuver through 50 states, not just your city. Yeah. So it's like, if you're not built for that, young boy turn himself in on Monday, and they're gonna tell him to fight that. Yeah, he gonna eat. He stack whatever money he got. That's all going to lawyer or whatever like that, and he getting his case ready.
All right. So another part of this situation, Chinaman agrees with you. He agrees with you. That was some good shit. We had some good takes on that right there. So another part of this is he says he will be home in the blink of an eye. Now
that's what they all say.
That's what they all say, Twiz. He's actually already been on the run, Bonds. He was actually on the run when this happened. So that says to me he's not going to get bond because he has a previous case. Do you think he would get bond anyways, though? Bonds?
Nah, he ain't getting no bond on that.
What's he talking about? I'll be home in the blink of an eye then.
Yeah, some people say their whole life flash in between the blink of an eye. So,
bro, in your situation,
maybe he's talking about
in the situation he shouldn't want to come home in the blink of an eye because that's gonna look fishy, bro. How can you be in that situation and you
who gonna bail him out?
Okay, yeah. Right. Well, what if he didn't do it, Rosewood? But like Twiz is saying, you don't want to come home in a blink of an eye because then they're going to know you're talking rather than it going through a trial, proving your innocence, and then
exactly.
So,
facts.
Rosewood, what if he's innocent?
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, if you're gonna go and fight, and you really gonna take the proper routes to prove your innocence in the court of law, so you know you're exonerated of that. So the thing is, he already got a crazy case that he went on the run for. So he's trying to get as much leniency from the court. And you know, when he goes to court, the jury of his peers, you're really trying to get the leniency from them and have the prosecutors prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you actually did this. So you really trying to make it look like, look, I might have gotten into something, but I ain't do it. So you gotta, face the judge, face the jury at the end of the day, and
Then
that's
they
a
say
lot of these movies.
they say he about to go to jail too, right? For like he already copped out for 5 years or something. Didn't they
I'm
say
not
that?
too sure if he had copped out or
Yeah,
if he
I'm not
wanted to
sure.
run it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know he's fighting. He's fighting another situation. I don't know if he copped out to that or not.
I think one of the YouTube dudes said that he copped out to
So,
5 years or so.
but Bonds, what if he is innocent of this case and he just had and I don't know what measure they've taken to prove that he was identified, whether it was
Right,
the video, if they
right.
had the video, because there was video of it. You saw two guys. Twiz, do you think it was that video surveillance footage that they put together with previous mugshots or something?
Right.
Absolutely, he made himself guilty for him to even claim innocence. If you know you dropped somebody or somebody around you did it, that's not even nothing to speak on, bro. If you drop somebody, your music should be about vacating and what you doing and this and that, not like enticing the situation, not popping up with these chains on. You building a case, you knucklehead. Like what be wrong with these guys,
And
bro? Like
and and, and Twiz, he shot the video in front of the house, the abandoned house where they left the car at.
facts,
Was that an
facts.
older
So
video of
it's like,
his or something?
yeah,
Even if
the
it was,
video is older, but it's the
yeah.
same spot.
You laying the evidence out for
Because
him,
that
bro. Like
video looks so grainy compared to his new videos.
real rap, like bro, this ain't no Airbnb, bro. This joint attached, and whoever house name it is or whoever renting it, they gonna be
Right.
the ones talking. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to put
Facts.
themselves on the line. These guys don't know how to move out here,
Facts.
bro.
Yep.
Listen,
It's
man, if
so
they telling
true.
the young boy Pop Honey, we gonna lock you and your mom up. Imagine what they saying to whoever owns that house.
Exactly.
I'm
The-
just saying that video Bonds. Did you see those videos? They had like he has like two new videos that are done fantastic in 2021, and then they're
Yeah,
alleging
that's the
this
one I
old,
seen.
huh?
That's the one I seen.
Yeah, the new videos, right? But then you didn't see the old video where it's all like grainy and he's in
Mm-mm.
front of the crib and he's going like this. And it's like, dude, who did you pay to shoot that video for you,
Like his
man?
man shot that.
Rap.
That
They
was just
was
like a
hungry
Mm-hmm.
home
then.
video or something, I imagine, Rosewood.
That was
Yeah.
hungry then. They got the chains.
No, that's what he could afford. My bad, Twiz. That's what
Mm-hmm.
he
Oh,
could
you got
afford. They came to bite him in his ass because they did some drawing shit where somebody did some drawing and left evidence at a place where you did a video at. And you have connections to these people. Like Twiz said, he basically left a trail of breadcrumbs for the feds to come in and pick it up. Because this is not just the Memphis or just the state. This is the feds stepping in, using their resources to find out who actually did this.
Yeah, no, I bring up his claim of innocence, but I really don't know how he's gonna back it up because
if
Uh,
Young Dolph was at a bakery, you guys. There was
like
absolutely no reason for all that carnage to take place in front of that
facts.
storefront Bonds. Like that guy was not being pursued. Young Dolph was
Right.
obviously not pursuing him. Even if Young Dolph was sending him some sort of text messages, there's no reason to pull up on Young Dolph at that. Or am I wrong, Bonds?
Nah, crazy. Yeah, of course not. That was,
What if Dolph was saying something like, I'm going to see you later, doggy? I mean, this is right around Thanksgiving, though, man.
that was an assassination, bro. You know what I mean? It
That
said
was
Sad.
Dolph had a security with him, but he couldn't do nothing. Two dudes hop out with. You can't do nothing with a handgun, man. He wasn't doing nothing.
and that's kind of when you catch people too. We've all spoke on it, but during that holiday time when a dude's like kind of in that when a dude's in his hometown. You guys probably know how it is. I don't know when you went back to Queens recently, Bonds. Was it around the holidays or no?
Yeah.
Because I remember you went out to Queens and you seen a bunch of people. You know,
Yeah.
you sort of get into you go around some of the old streets you used to pull around.
Yeah, in and out. In and out.
Yeah.
Like a robbery.
Jersey is in the building, you guys. The prophecy says Jersey in the building. Mikey T, Twins,
Prophecy, what up, my G?
You know, we all cousins, man. Jersey, Philly, and New York, man. You know what I'm saying? You
always, man.
Bonds.
Delaware too.
Oh no, this is a Memphis thing. I don't know if I asked you, Rosewood, is he going to get a bond? But I think you said, how is he even going to pay for the bond?
Right.
No, what I think Twins said that, but true. How is he going to pay for the bond? I don't think he's getting a bond because he has a previous. He has an open case already a major open case, anyways, and he went on the run.
No. When he get booked, he gonna be just like the guy that did the situation to Nipsey Hussle. It's gonna be the same situation, bro. For one, he gonna get booked. He gonna be fighting that joint for like 3-4 years in the county. So he gonna get booked and he gonna be sitting for a minute. It ain't gonna be like the little Tim situation. I can pretty much guarantee that he ain't gonna get in there and get out.
Oh no.
Little Tim had
I don't think they're gonna give him a bond.
Yeah, little Tim just had everything in his favor. Besides the general public. The general public were just like, yo, we hate you guys now. You took out King Von. We're done with you. But in regard to that, even the guy who took Nipsey out says that he's innocent as well, from what I was reading in a headline. Like, these guys are sick. Like, these dudes are sick, man.
Yeah, well, the average person not gonna say they guilty. You know what I'm saying? But the difference between
no way he's innocent.
Facts. The difference between the dude that did it to Nipsey and him is like the dude that did it to Nipsey. He wasn't on Instagram broadcasting it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So they had to really, put the case together. But this other young boy, bro, it's like, bro, like, you a knucklehead, bro. Why even rap? Just keep it streets, bro. And for you to even do that, bro, somebody from his camp better have dropped somebody you love for it to be that serious.
It better not be over him signing a guy and not you.
Exactly. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it don't make no sense, bro. Like, you're trash.
That's so sick. That's sick, bro. That's sick, man. And to do that to somebody that you know that's feeding the whole city. Like, not just people, I'm pretty sure people he loved and care about, that man was providing opportunities for them. It had to be. Because he's about to perform, have an opportunity for you if you're making good music.
Bro,
if he would have. Yeah.
If
he would have.
That's so sick and weird, man. It's weird.
And Bonds, let me ask you, since you spoke on, Big Moochie earlier, if Lil Dude Straight Drop actually did make something of his music, start making a career, do you think one day maybe him and Dolph would have laughed about the Moochie situation and counted money together?
Of course.
Remember that time you stole the homie's chain? You so gangster, dog. Wow. That's why I signed you. That's why I love you. You know what I mean? Signing a dude who stole another dude who is a gangster. Like, it's just some funny shit. He ruined an opportunity, man, for himself, because he wanted to take the quick route or maybe he's going to jail forever or something like that. And he's thinking to himself, if I can't do it, he can't do it. Because that's a mentality that a lot of people have, man. If I can't have it, I don't want him to have it. Right, Rosewood?
But even if you have that, it goes back to me saying, what about the other people in your city that you love and care about that's getting money with this man, or family is being fed by being put onto this person?
It seemed like he hated the people that Young Dolph was getting money with, like Moochie. But they're also saying that he had a prior relationship with Key Glock as well. So I see what
I heard
Rosewood's
that.
saying there. And you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I heard that. Because if you had that's what I'm saying, a Key Glock your man, and that's your man cousin, and then you saying Key Glock blowing up, and he putting like you gonna be happy for your man, and why would you jeopardize something like that? You know, why would you put that hurt in everybody's heart? It's so selfish, and you know if he innocent, you know if they prove that he didn't do it or whatever, you know, and they get the actual people, whatever it is, man. But if he actually did that, that's so sick, man, and it's a tragedy because it's somebody that really was doing good for their community and was setting an example for the young boys out here. You know, when the young able to go independent, turn down tool and this music thing, you know, you got a lot of people looking up to you. And for somebody to take that person away for nothing, nonsense, that's crazy to me, man. That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, so this situation, we had to tap on it as well tonight with young Dolph, the suspect in young Dolph's case, straight drop, actually turning himself in on Monday. He says he's going to turn himself in on Monday. It just strikes me. He says the blink of an eye. Now, the blink of an eye could mean 2 years as well. You know, it could take him 2 years to just
Well,
maybe,
it
go
was
through.
other people. There is what one other person and the driver. So you know they're gonna ask them to cooperate.
And we actually had somebody bring up the net worths of all the guys. Yo Gotti's net worth was 16 million. Uh, Young Dolph's net worth was 3 million. Black Youngster's net worth was 5 million, and Moneybag Yo's net worth was 6 million. Can you believe
Look
that
at that,
shit, Rose?
man. Look at those young black entrepreneurs, man. Look at like that alone. That shows you that they're employing a lot of people from Memphis, man. And I swear, I hope this has Memphis wake up in every city to saying, "Yo, brothers really need to come together," like Pop said, and start looking up. That means putting all our resources together and moving as a real serious unit. Because if you taking the balls away, that's able to put that together with the other guys like that, how can it ever trickle down to the normal people like us? You know, it's like y'all are hindering a lot of people, yo. I hope
So,
it's a wake up call for a lot of cities, man, that's doing stuff like that, man. Even my city, man. Hope it's a wake up call, like for the artists to be like, yo, we need to really strengthen up, move as a unit. We not killing each other. We not killing no other
One,
brothers from any other city.
but
We trying to be like BMF.
one thing about our city though, we ain't, you know what I'm saying, we won't be killing no artists. That's the only thing, bro. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
yeah, that always been a rule, right, Twiz? That been a
Real
rule.
rap.
so I want to bring up another question to the panel. I'm going to start with Bonds. I want to talk about Yo Gotti. Apparently, he had a double disc on the way. Apparently, Yo Gotti was planning on doing a double
Wow.
album, but he
Yeah.
pushed the album back in regard to this whole situation. What do you
Mhm.
make about Yo Gotti doing that as an artist? Pushing it back to 2022.
I don't know. He probably felt like he was gonna get a lot of backlash. It wasn't. Ain't gonna be too much love because of you know what I mean. The Dolph situation, but yeah, you know what I mean. They didn't get along, so it would have been crazy if he'd have dropped them shits like you know what I mean that day. But like, I don't know to push him back. Like, I guess they gonna drop soon, probably any day now or something.
So, Twiz, do you think with everything that's going on, like, last month it was all about what happened to Dolph. Then now it's about finding out who the suspect is. Now we're going to be getting into his arrest. Do you think that Yo Gotti just was like, yo, I can't promote my album. All this negative energy around my supposed, enemy is going to be all over the media.
True. He might sit back and chill a minute. You know what I mean? He playing smart. He know the letter boys watching him and all that type of stuff. So it would be smart for him to just humbilize himself and get money behind scenes. That's the beauty of somebody like in Yo Gotti's situation is music is
Mm-hmm.
just one path, bro. You got millions of ways, like people opening up restaurants, all types of things, bro. So keep doing investments. Gotti just seemed like the type of guy that know how to turn a dollar into 100. So it's like you need to push other things and keep your money flowing. Chill, let things die out, and then bust back out.
Well, Twiz, you know, what happened, Twiz? Moneybag Yo came out with a successful album recently, but Black Youngster got geared back up, and it was interpreted as him dissing young Dolph, performing the diss songs and then releasing a video in the cemetery. So now that combine it with him pushing back his album, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of slowing up some of his other money, his music
That's
money,
true.
pushing back his
That's true.
album. And I don't see a Black Youngster album coming anytime soon.
No, I don't. And Black Youngster is gonna be hard for him to even bounce back just from dropping that joint when he was cutting through the graveyard and all that, bro. Like,
Facts.
come on, bro.
Facts.
Like, yeah, like the people know y'all had an issue. It's better off to be humble and, like I said, drop music from something completely different. Because you got all these YouTubers that's gonna do the conspiracy theories and all that anyway. You ain't got to be on there putting icing on the cake. Now you know what I'm saying? Like, you looking desperate now.
Right.
So I'm going to bring it over to Rosewood. What do you think about Yo Gotti pushing his album back, doing a double album, and anything else in general?
Now, I think is definitely, like Twiz said, I'm glad Twiz brought up with Black Youngster. It was almost like, that was too soon. And the content you put out was, kind of cringy and like disrespectful. Even if you want to say that wasn't your intentions, whatever, it was too fast. You did it too fast. It's like, all right, look, I know we ain't get along at one point or whatever, but I'm still going to show my respect. I'm still going to have a movement of silence for this brother. And I think that's what Yo Gotti is basically doing by pushing this project back, saying, you know what, we're going to have a moment of silence for this young brother because that could have been me. I was out here young and wild at one time, beefing in Memphis. And at the same time, I know it's other people, emotions are riled up. And any song that I have already on there, could be misinterpreted another way. Like Twiz said, you got the internet people already dissecting rumors. So they'll dissect the song and now, the cops are looking at you and the city is looking at you and it's making it look bad. Now, I'm not sure if it was true or not, but I heard Yo Gotti came and paid the respects at his funeral. So I'm not sure if it's true or not, but if he did or whatever, that show you that he's saying like, yo, I say I'm a boss or a king of Memphis. I'm gonna show you how it's supposed to be done. And when somebody loses their life or their life is taken for something that's, some bullshit, then all the stuff that we had beefing, all that goes out the window because it wasn't worth it at the end of the day because you're no longer here. So one thing I could definitely do is put a hold on my music to let your music flourish and let people respect your life and remember you in the best way. So I think, yeah, of course, it's too much of a distraction with the other stuff, but I think it's really giving that man his flowers and letting the world see him without me trying to capitalize off the death, put a limelight on me because he's died now, and then I can promote my stuff. And that's what it looked like with Black Youngster. That's why I left a poor taste in everybody's mouth. It was too early, and it's just like you're not giving us no time to breathe or none of that. You could have really put out a, set on Instagram saying RIP, yo, you gonna, celebrate this man's life. Imagine how many people would have came together if they would have heard that positivity right there. Like, dang, they was beefing at one point, but he's saying, look, forget all that.
Yeah, he played himself.
I know, Bonds,
way
I know
bigger,
you want to talk
way
about
bigger.
this. I'm going to send this over to you, Bonds, to speak about Black Youngster, doing that video, I'm assuming, and actually filming it in a graveyard. I personally think it was a little bit too soon and in bad taste considering what happened. Do you want to touch on that at all?
Now, I'll just say it was disgusting. And for the sake of me not, you know what I'm saying, being running my mouth on the internet, I'm going to just leave it at that. It was disgusting, though. Yeah.
Did he know what he was doing?
Nah, he's I mean, he showed, that he's not,
I mean, the way that they put the last name on there, man. The way that they put the last name on there, it's like, come on, are you serious right now, man? Like, but what Rosewood presented a second ago,
it was disgusting.
About, what you presented a second ago, Rosewood, about him actually saying, let's come together and do something respectful for Dolph, that would have brought more people. That probably would have brought over a million views, couple million. That would have been something actually major.
Yeah, and major for the city to let them know, like, listen, man, it's bigger than this, and we're not gonna condone this.
That's a fact.
He didn't think about that, huh, Bonds? He would have got a whole lot more promotion that way.
Yeah, but forget the promotion.
Love is always stronger, man. You always get
man. And this is the perfect time because your city needs the love. Your city needs it,
love, man.
They really do.
So if you're a voice for your city,
haters don't know that.
You're a voice for your city. It's like, look, I'm taking this opportunity to spread this love right now because my city need it, man.
Love will get you very far, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Facts, man.
Much farther than hate was. That's a fact.
And that's why I think Yo Gotti really is like, yo, I'm pushing my jaw back, man. We gotta let this young brother like respect his life, man. And we gotta let people mourn. It's not like nobody really wants to see me doing all these interviews and they're gonna ask me about the situation and all that. And then, like I said, certain songs, they're gonna dissect and say, well, what did you mean in this song and all that? Nobody got time for all that.
Yep. I agree. He was gonna have to do 1,000 interviews, Bonds, if he dropped an album. And it was all gonna be about what happened in November. And it was all everything about what his artist Black Youngster did. Yeah. If he felt like that refueled the beef after Dolph's passing. That's what it would all be about. And
that question would be coming up. Yep.
Yeah.
It would be coming up on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, you had to cancel every interview. That's why you had to cancel. You're right. I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Yep. Yo Gotti makes good music, so why let the music get overshadowed? Hopefully, hopefully the people don't get a little bit like, too little, too late type shit, because we know about the reception that Rick Ross had for his new album this year. Somebody get those official sales up for me, but they were not projected to be pretty high.
No, they weren't, but I think Yo Gotti's still going to get it. Yeah, I think Yo Gotti's still going to get a high turnout.
What'd you say, Rosewood? What'd you say?
No. Yeah, my bad. I think Yo Gotti is still going to get a good turnout whenever he put his project out. And even if it's a double CD, everybody's going to wait this. We're going to want to hear what he got to say.
When nobody's going to be talking about that
now the number projection, but
I think I'll drop 9 months.
He ain't coming out for 9 months from now, man.
No, I think he might drop any day now.
What? He's not dropping any day.
Never know.
He gonna drop the album. He gonna drop at least one of them albums any day now.
No, he's not dropping any day. He just pushed his shit back because of this.
How far? Did he push it back?
I don't know. He's not dropping until at least later this year. What are you talking about?
Did he say how long he was pushing it back to?
He never said.
Indefinitely.
That's why I think he just gonna drop it. I think he just gonna drop it. I think unexpectedly he just drop it any day now. I could be wrong, but I just feel like that.
I think at least by next month. I think by next month,
Oh, it's
February,
gonna drop it.
or at least going into the spring. I think at least going into the spring, I think he'd probably be dropping it.
But anyways, what I was saying is that Rick Ross's new album only sold 30,000 units in its first week. That shows you how much
Oh,
bigger Meek Mill is right now than Rick Ross.
Yeah,
I thought it was 40. Was it 40? So was it 43 overall? He sell like 43,000 overall,
Let me see.
or
Well, all
because
I
I
got
thought
is
I,
projection. Rick Ross.
Ross been sliding for a minute though.
Yeah, his Port of Miami did 80. Port of Miami 2, 80,000.
Yeah, he been sliding for.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, but you know his sound, it's things are switching over. I mean, this young boy is not on that Rick Ross wave, like you know.
they're more on the
yeah,
Meek Mill wave.
Yeah, and the street dudes ain't really, you know what I mean, on it either like that.
yeah. You see, Jeezy even had to take a back seat. You know,
That's
he
why
had
I'm
to
hoping the
realize,
same
like,
thing doesn't happen to Gotti, man.
yeah, because they're all really from that same era. Like they had their whole, like they're part of a certain era, and
Gotti's
it's that.
a tad after them. Gotti is a tad after them because he launched on to Jeezy in in 2011 or something, like maybe no, I don't know the year, but to do that, I'm going back to the bank. Was that the record?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But let
Yeah,
me
but the
open
thing
it
is,
up.
you got he was underground.
We're gonna open it up right now, you guys, for some open questions. Does anybody have any open questions? Uh, I see. I don't know if you guys noticed. I got the new set going on, the Death Row throwback shit.
That's fire.
Yeah, I
Apparently,
see.
it's the
Yes,
30-year anniversary.
That's
yeah, I
fire.
seen that. I seen that. That's dope right there, Mikey T.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
30
dope right
years of
there.
Death Row. What year did Death Row start? Obviously, 1991.
Something like that.
Yeah, 91,
Yep.
91. And not to get off topic, but but to be on kind of topic of what we talking about. I heard Snoop is trying to acquire Death Row,
Well, yeah,
and
man. That's why I threw it up, because Snoop Dogg has brought Death Row back to mainstream popularity. You know what I mean? Snoop Dogg has got the dirt off of Death Row's jacket.
now they saying if he gets if he's able to get it, like with Snoop saying he never got paid for anything. Now if he owns it, he can rewrite a lot of stuff and really get paid from his music off of Death Row.
Let me see.
Which I think he deserves.
Oh wow. Hold on. Twiz is back, you guys. Twiz, we are to the open portion. We open to the open questions portion of the show. Oh, I like that.
Definitely.
Now we can see the whole set.
Definitely.
But before we get back to that, Ghost said, did Popp pay for the Uzi features or was they free? Because if he paid, he has the right to do whatever with the music. And Rosewood brought up the fact that the record Adderall, 45 million views, 100 million views on Spotify, it's still on social media, it's still on video platforms. Do you think he paid for it, or did Uzi do that work that day out of the goodness of his heart?
I don't think so. I think it took off so heavy. The song took off so heavy, it became a trend. As far as with the little dancing and all that. So I feel like
can anybody show me what the dance looked like?
I don't know what it looks like.
Twiz, is it like a hand movement dance?
I can't really, you know what I'm saying? I can't mock it. I ain't from the dancing ever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Even though they did have it was some dancers back in the day, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I can't do it. But it was a little wave, you know what I mean? Like
did little Uzi Vert do the dance with him in the video?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it. But the thing is, I think now I want to, if anybody in the chat, if y'all looked at the interview, I think he said Uzi just jumped on the song. You know, and he started hearing it through social media, Uzi little snippets of it. And he's like, oh, is Uzi on it? And then finally they got in contact with him and said, yo, he did the remix, you remixed your song. Put it together, and then we got a new remix for it. So I think Uzi probably just came in and said, look, man, you just starting off, we're going to do a couple songs together. Like Twiz said earlier, whatever Jones we like that stick, that's what we're going to put out. But at the end of the day, the label still got to clear it. And, you know, anything now, I don't think the label generation now isn't going to clear.
All right.
Bonds, you had something you wanted to say?
No. I was going pretty much what you were saying.
Okay. Tanya says Death Row started in 1991. Yup. That's why I got the 30-year anniversary joint right there. So yeah, I changed the setup a little bit. You know what I mean? Thank you for bringing that back up, Tanya. I was hoping we could get back to my set change. I see Rosewood is over there rocking the teal blue today.
Yeah, up in the office in the studio, man. You know, that's working, man.
That's what's up. Would it have been wrong, Twiz, if I had went and got the Bad Boys? Like I had the Death Row. Right?
No.
Would it have been wrong if I had thrown up the Bad Boys up there?
No.
It wouldn't be wrong. It wouldn't be wrong. You can have Death Row and you can have Bad Boy right next to it. That's two iconic labels right there. That's history. So nah.
Iconic shit.
Yeah. Puff and Shug was cool at one point in time.
Facts, just like Pac and Big.
CMMG Raid says, Mikey T, do you think it is right to convict Dropp over rumors? Bonds, let me bring that question to you. Everybody remember, this is the open questions portion of the show. So Bonds, do you think it's right to convict Dropp over the rumors? Now they've dropped a official news broadcast, you know, putting him down as the suspect, you know, putting him down as being dangerous, and they want to grab him. So is it at this point even rumors anymore, or what?
Well, I mean, when they go to court, of course, they're gonna have to put all the evidence on the table. So it's gonna have to, you know what I mean? I'm sure it's not just the YouTube videos that they're gonna convict them on. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yep.
Right. I don't actually think, you know what I'm saying? They know that. Like they had to get something tangible to put that arrest warrant out for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? To get a judge to sign that to bring them in. So they may not have a smoking gun, but they got more than, you know what I'm saying, a YouTube video.
Right. What did you want to say anything about that, Rosewood? Do you think it's right to convict Dropp over rumors? I mean, so many people are, you know, just jumping, you know, they're biting at it, you know, just to, you know, blame him because they're so angry about what happened to young Dolph.
Yeah, and emotions are definitely running real high, and we shouldn't, you know, accuse anybody of being guilty until they get their day in court. You know, we always gotta remember, you know, you're innocent until they prove you guilty. You know, yes, they got a lot of evidence or stuff they're showing us. We don't know what they have. We still have to wait for the trial to begin and see what's going to happen. The same way with Nipsey's situation, we have to see how that trial's going to play out, you know, with the lawyers' defenses and all that, you know. So we have to see how justice is going to be distributed in this case right here.
Twiz, did you have anything you wanted to say in regard to that?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that you can't get locked up off of a rumor. You know what I'm saying? You don't get charged off of rumors. You get charged off of key witnesses or evidence. A prime example is when Gucci did what he did. Gucci was kind of talking loose with the lips where he was in interviews and even in his diss track where he was mentioning Jeezy's name, but has Jeezy ever got arrested or charged with anything? You know what I'm talking about? So they go off of evidence and proofs or key witness that's really talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not bringing him in there for these charges just because he filmed a music video with a PRE keychain. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's deeper.
Yep. So that's a
License
really good
plates and
point.
all that in his situation, like you know what I mean? They working with
Yeah.
license plates and stuff like that.
So Dr. C asked, was Black Youngster wrong for still holding on to the beef with young Dolph? And I feel like we already addressed that. And I feel like we all pretty much agree that Black Youngster was wrong for holding on to that beef with young Dolph once Dolph had passed away. Now, once Dolph, if anybody has anything else they want to say about that, Bonds, Twiz, Rosewood,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think,
Yeah,
once
go ahead, Bob. I got
you
something to say after you.
you never you never know the little nuances of what was going on exactly in the streets of Memphis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course we don't know everything. So if it was, it could have been, Dolph was definitely openly disrespectful towards Gotti already. So you never know what he was like saying personally to people that may know them and all of that. So you don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's besides the point, really. But you know what I'm saying? If he, after, like you said, Mike, see, after somebody
Yeah.
going, like, that's already done. Like, why you know what I'm saying? You wasn't saying all that before. You know what I'm saying? You slid and did what you did on the sneak tip. You wasn't saying none of that before. Like, you know what I'm saying? So don't go off on it now.
well, I mean, he was saying that shit before. Let's not go there. Let's not say that, Bonds. Black Youngster was never scared to address the issue.
Yeah, well, Black Youngster did say something.
Yeah,
Black
Black
But they
Youngster
backed off
stepped
that
up.
whole thing. That was over. That was
It
supposedly
was.
Black
Black Youngster, but in the middle of it, when Young Dolph was saying all types of shit, Black Youngster stepped up for his label when Moneybag Yo and Young Dolph, Moneybag Yo and Yo Gotti
yeah,
and Black Boy JB wouldn't.
right.
They
Yeah.
wouldn't,
Now,
Quiz, right? They were making. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. They were
Nah,
kind
you
of
right.
making CMG look weak.
Black
no, you're right. He stepped up. He
Okay,
stepped up. But then
Black.
he squashed it. My bad, Twiz. Go ahead.
No, you good. I was just saying Black Youngster ain't hesitant for talking about it or doing these diss tracks because he know he ain't catch that rap. You can try to fool the people and be joking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can see if you was the one that really caught the wreck, you ain't catching that wreck. So yeah,
yeah.
he playing with this music and doing all that because he know it's no type of evidence that's gonna lead back to him. So like, bro, you not
Mm.
even like, what's the point?
Fact.
Trying to stay relevant.
Internet
That's
views,
what that is.
just to go to the next
Facts.
part of his career, right, Twiz?
Exactly. To go to the next part of the
And
career. That wasn't your wreck.
He went. He
right.
went. He went from being the guy that was always in Yo Gotti's interviews counting his money, right? Remember, he was counting all the money. It was Black
Facts.
Youngster's money allegedly, but he brought up the money counter and all that shit. So I'm saying he had to go to the next portion of his character. So that's why he had to
Exactly.
load up all the goons. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Bonds probably would have done this shit if he signed to Murder Inc. back in the day. You know, when Irv Gotti's brother came to the block and tried to sign Bonds, Bonds probably would have got all the goons and rented out a couple vans with that Murder Inc. money, and then went over into like one of the G Unit blocks and just roughed up Tony Ayo or something like that. Or am I wrong?
Probably wouldn't be here today, man.
Oh man,
Right.
if you
Right.
got
That's
that
why
Murder
everything
Inc.
happens
money,
for
you
a
probably
reason.
wouldn't be here today, Bonds.
Yeah, that's why everything happened. That's why everything happened for a reason, man. I probably wouldn't be alive today. I might be dead or in jail, bro.
Now you didn't know Dio Cannon's Bonds.
Nah, I didn't know Cannon really.
You heard about him?
Yeah,
Dio Cannon.
yeah,
He's the guy who said you was sweet as duck sauce.
yeah.
He said, they ain't gangsters. This sweet
I was
as
just
duck
listening to
sauce.
some Maserati Fox music earlier today with my bro. Whoa, shout to Mozzie, man. Rest in peace. I'm out.
Rest in
Definitely.
peace, Maserati.
Queens get the money, you know. Vibes.
Salute to the whole Queens, man.
You,
Salute
you
to the
think
North
whole
50
Carolina,
really
Queens.
dropped
for
some bread
sure.
off on him, Bonds?
Huh?
You think 50 really dropped some serious money off on Maserati Fox, Bonds?
He gave him something better than money, man. He
What'd
gave
he
him
give
that
him?
cosign.
Mm.
He put him right on there, you know what I mean, for a second, but you know, then I ain't gonna speak on, you know, but he
Hold
did
on. Oh, whoa. So, yo, maybe we could do this in a video later talking about Maserati Fox on G Unit.
rest in peace, Mozzie, man.
Is there much to
Rest in
say
peace,
about it, though?
Maserati
Nah,
Fox.
I ain't nothing to say about it, but rest in peace to Mozzie. Like I
You
ain't,
met Maserati Fox when he was with G Unit, or what?
huh?
You were chilling with Maserati Fox when he was G Unit,
No Fox, no Fox.
but when he was G Unit,
Yeah,
because he got out of jail and then he was G Unit right away.
yeah. He got out of jail. He was G Unit right away for a second. My whole block was G Unit though. You know that.
He was from
My
that block?
Mozzie wasn't from that block, but he messed with us. Like Mozzie really was from, you know what I mean, from South Side. So he did a lot of time in jail though. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then he was much older too. But everybody else that was G Unit was on my from my block. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
You know,
Ice Star, Flip, like, you know what I'm saying? Woo, all of, like, you know what I'm saying?
you see what
I
I'm
deal
saying,
with
guys? We got to come in and really do the full G
stuff.
Unit episode. But I've been talking to the homie the homie that Bangum Smurf got into it with, Jaffe.
Yeah, shout out to Smurf guy. Yeah, I know
You know
Jaffe.
Jaffe. Did you know Jaffe?
Yeah, I know Jaffe. They from the towers.
Yeah, now I was talking to Jaffe about coming on for an interview, man. If you could you got to reach out to him for me.
I can reach out. I'll reach out to him.
Yeah, because he's been like, yo, I got to do an interview with you, Mike T.
Yeah.
And he just put out a record, 2 Bonds.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
Record.
Yeah, him and Deezy. Him and Deezy, yup. Facts.
Yeah.
Queens get the money, man. Boys from the towers, they from my hood.
Yeah, man. Dope episode today, you guys, man. I really appreciate the hip
Definitely.
hop panel. We are the hip hop guys, y'all. So we're gonna send
Salute,
it
peace,
around.
and love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the shit, man. Anybody in
So
the
I'm gonna send it
Everybody.
around for our plugs. Listen, everybody out there, I want you to follow me on the gram. I'm gonna post my Instagram right here. I want you to follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna follow you guys back ASAP. I got the full interview with Skinny Me from OBH on my page
freedom
and a bunch of throwback interviews. I did a whole throwback week to start off 2022. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching all my stuff. But everybody that follows me on the gram right now, I'm going to follow you all back immediately, man. I'm going to jump on Instagram right after and follow everybody back, man. But if you guys have any final questions, you could send them in. A super chat will always keep the video going longer. But yeah, follow me, man, and I'm going to follow everybody back. I'm going to send it over to Rosewood, man. Let them know how they can contact you. And I'm going to put your information up right here, Rosewood.
Listen, first and foremost, man, I want to say salute to everybody that tapped in with us tonight, man. Everybody that tapped in the live, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all tapped in with us. The hip hop panel up here, Report Card Radio. Shout out Mikey T, man. My guy SB Twiz up in the city with me holding it down. And my guy from Southside, like he told y'all, Bon Simmons, man. It's your boy Rosewood. Spill ENT, spillentertainment.com, spill_ENT on the gram. Salute my brother Razor. Salute Ace the Chemist. Members only Mondays and 1122 Studios, man. Y'all know what it is. Tap in with me, man. Y'all find me on here. Y'all find me, doing my thing in the city, man. Both with the music and the political scene. So we really try and put a lot of things together and highlight the positive things in the city as always, man. Because we already in a negative, so we only trying to push the positive, man. So salute to my guy Twiz, man, doing this thing in the city with the movies and things. Check everything out my
Appreciate
guy Twiz is doing. Salute to my guy Bonds. Check out his music, his project that he dropped or whatever, new music on the way. And definitely check out all Mikey T interviews. The classic Jones from the year. Even the ones before that, because there's a lot of gems. I've been going back watching them. I'm like, yo, it's a lot of gems on here, a lot of hip hop knowledge, yo. So
Thank you.
definitely thank y'all for tuning in, man. And salute to the whole panel, my guys, man. And Twiz, you know the
it, sir.
slogan. I'm gonna let you say it, baby.
You already.
So let me send it over to Bonds. Thank you, Jennifer. We appreciate you tuning in. She said, "Love to you all. Be well. Thank you very much."
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Bonds, I'm
Same to
gonna
you,
send it to
Jen.
you. I'm
Yes,
gonna
sir.
send it to you for your plugs. Everybody can follow Bonds on Instagram. I got it plugged up right now. Dr.
Yeah,
C said,
follow back.
Simmons, stay strong, bro. We need you.
Right.
Bonds, do you want to respond to Dr. C?
Yo, salute, love,
Yeah.
Dr. C, man. Love is definitely reciprocated.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna take your advice, stay strong. You know what I'm saying?
Tell him
Stay
that new
strong out here.
TNR radio's on the way too.
Yeah, TNR radio's on the way, man. A lot of music on the way. Type
Yes,
my
sir.
name in your whatever you listen to music on. I mean, tap in with your boy. Follow me on Instagram. I follow back. And when we here, we gonna stay strong and keep it going, keep it moving, man. The panel, y'all know what it is. I know what we do.
Ghost said that he followed you on IG, Bonds.
I'm gonna follow you right back too, Brody. Salute.
Jennifer said she followed. Definitely appreciate everybody following tonight.
Yeah.
Let me get Twiz's YouTube up because you guys, Twiz has a YouTube channel. Y'all need to tap in with the Hood Blogger. That's what he goes as. He's from Philly. He's got a YouTube channel. He does all types of interviews. I'm talking artists like Oskino. I'm talking movie stars and TV actors. SV Twiz be on his grind. So if you want to subscribe to his YouTube channel, I'm posting it right here, but I'm gonna send it over to Twiz right now. But give him a subscription, y'all. There's some interviews you guys could check out after we log off tonight that I think y'all will be interested in.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you, man. And first and foremost, man, it's SB Toys, man. The Hood Blogger, man. Y'all tuned in to Report Card Radio Live Familiar with my brother Mikey T, the Honorable True Religion Network in the building, man. Y'all know how we carry it, man. We carry it like Deion Sanders, prime time. You know what I'm saying? We keep it raw and uncut, man. No bake on this channel, man. We salute
Yes.
everybody. We
Have
love
your
everybody
students
that
follow us. Have your students
real rap.
follow us because we're a group of guys, trying to give opportunity, if not by what we express in this podcast, but in the physical. Rosewood is out there taking on a mentorships in Philly every day between
Facts.
different artists, all types of talents. SV Twiz has a YouTube channel. He has a movie stream that he's utilizing upcoming producers, videographers, actors, any type of people he's utilizing, people with sound, people with lighting, and they're both actually in Philly, so we're doing a lot, man. And Bonds actually has a whole connection down there in Georgia. So that's a whole nother avenue that we have right there. And
Yeah.
Bonds has he has a YouTube channel and a podcast network set up himself. But yeah,
Man.
Twiz, back into it, man. I just wanted to let the homie Dr. C know for all of his students what we're all bringing to the game. But back to you, Twiz.
Appreciate you, Doc.
Facts. And like I was saying, much love and respect to everybody, man. We gonna keep the content pushing. We keep it a stack on hands, raw and uncut, no bake on it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Just stay tuned, y'all, man. We gonna keep the episodes jumping, and that's how we gonna carry it, man. Report Card Radio, Live Familiar. It's only one way from here, y'all, and that's up.
What's up, baby?
That's right, man.
Y'all know what it is.
That's right, man. Oh, James Brown, the four-headed monster. We have done it again.
Y'all
Yes,
know what
sir.
it is.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Okay, open. Questions are still open. Guys, Ghost says, how do I find Rosewood's IG? Well, I posted Rosewood's IG. I'm going to put it up one more time for you. It's actually spill_ENT. It's spill.
Yep.
It's Spill Entertainment because that is the branch, the label that Rosewood represents alongside Razor.
Facts. And if y'all follow, make sure y'all DM, man. Let us know y'all tapped in from Report Card Radio so we can directly connect right back with y'all.
That's a fact.
Exactly. Hit me up and just let me know y'all from Report Card Radio. I'll follow you right back and see what you got in tune, man.
For sure. Stay connected, man.
Is this something
y'all
that
know
you guys know in Philly?
Hollywood.
Market Road, Market Park, 63rd.
Okay. Shout out to up top, over the side, 63rd Street in the building.
So that's actually in Philly.
I don't know about the Market Park. I know 63rd Street. That joint could be out west, or you understand that 63rd Street. We got
63rd,
63rd West,
man,
Southwest.
We don't mess with 63rd.
Not from 63rd.
He's not from 63rd, bro.
From 65th. Nah, we just play it.
See, in Philly is different.
Love to everybody.
Yeah.
In Philly is different.
Shout out to my guys down 60th and Lansdale and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I know, like,
Twiz.
You know,
Twiz, top 3 standoff artists. Top 3 standoffish artists from Philly.
Standoffish meaning not in the limelight?
No, meaning like, they're not easy to work with.
Damn, that's hard, man.
It must have been hard for some guys to work with Gilly, man, because Gilly would be yelling at videographers.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard, man. You know what I mean?
Beans would be falling asleep.
Yeah,
Beans would be falling asleep. Gilly would be yelling. What would Meek be doing? Would Meek be doing interviews for people, or would Meek just not be doing interviews for people?
No, Meek ain't doing no interview unless it's a benefit for him.
All right, but what about when he was younger, Twiz, and he had like the braids and shit, and you pop up on him?
Yeah, Meek, you catch Meek through the hood, bro. Like, Meek was everything that he was. But for him to come from where he came at, he moving strategically because he know what the city got to offer. So, he know his network and everything. So he not just going somewhere. Meek moving properly. You know what I mean? As far as like,
what year would it have had to been for me to run up on Meek Mill in Philly with the camera like, yo, Meek, let's do an interview? What year would it have had to been?
Like 2004, 2005.
Damn, definitely really? Not even 2008, 2000.
Anything from 07 and before. 07 and before, you would have had to catch Meek. You had to catch Meek in his flamer days.
So you couldn't catch Meek in 08, 09 on the, for an interview, really?
I want to say, like, what was it? 08, he was already probably messing with Tip around that time. So you would have to catch him before you would have to catch him before he had to deal with Tip. Even though when he was with Tip, he was still around, though. You probably could have still caught him with Tip. You know what I mean? Because Tip joint wasn't all that like that. Like, he was still around. Like,
he was still going with Cali, though, when he was with Tip.
Yeah, anything before 2010. Anything before 2010.
Yeah. Facts. Like, when he was with Tip and all that.
Damn, so I could have went out there in 09 and got with him.
It's a possibility because when he was with Tip and all that, he was still around. Like, I was over House Corrections with Meek when he was still signed with Tip. Back when he still had the braids and all that, the joints hanging down and all that. So he was.
So I could have went to somebody in Philly like, "Yo, I need you to take me to Meek Mill," but I probably would have to stay there a few days.
You would have got in contact with Oskino probably.
yeah, Oskino or catch one of his parties because he was throwing heavy parties out Philly.
Right.
Yeah, I mean his parties was jumping.
All right.
Facts.
CMMG said Philly got the most rappers.
That's a fact.
So I'm gonna. All right. So Twiz says
Thanks,
that's a
bro.
fact. Twiz is from Philly though. Bonds, you're from New York. Do you want to disagree with that?
No.
Bonds
New
will let
York
that
got a
go.
lot.
That Philly's
New
got more
York got a
rappers.
lot of rappers too, though. You know what I mean?
No, New York got a lot. I'll say everybody in New York rap, but
Yeah,
I would say Philly might have more rappers.
yeah.
Okay.
Like out Philly, you pull up on a smoker there, drop a 16 for you, bro. You be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Facts.
Who wants to
Facts.
see
Real
that?
fact. Real
Some of them be
facts.
hot though.
Might
You know
smoke
what
your
I'm saying?
boots.
No,
Twiz
real
like,
rap.
Twiz is like, what do you mean? They love that shit on my YouTube channel. I still
You
got
used to.
Twiz's YouTube channel pinned, so go check it out if you want to see some just
You get
any
a
type of
dust head.
lifestyle.
You get somebody on dust that spit a crazy rap for you. Somebody
Facts.
that's house they shot. Give you a
Facts.
crazy rap. Like,
Facts.
No,
Real
but
rap.
that's true. Bonds, Philly really, New York has a ton of rappers, but
Right.
Philly has more known, like
definitely.
from area to area, more. Like I went out to Philly and did so many interviews in comparison to New York. It's a little bit easier to get in touch with the Philly artists
Okay.
because in New York
Facts.
it's like they're,
Well,
you know,
And it's
well, the
really
thing with
spread out more
the
too.
the thing with New York is more business with it. Out Philly, you got a bunch of people that rap and they hot and they not pursuing the business properly. Like, you know what I mean? But New York rappers, when they rap, they really they know the steps they got to take, and they really try to make careers out of themselves rapping. Out Philly, you will have a guy that won't ever been to the studio, but he's hot, bro. Like he's
Yeah.
fire. Like,
True.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? He don't know how to ad lib or nothing in the studio, but you know
Right.
what I'm saying? He a beast.
Yeah.
no man, I had a great live tonight, you guys. Good podcast tonight.
Yeah.
Glad
As
Chris
always.
hit me and said we got to talk about Popp Hunna tonight. And
Yes,
young
sir.
Dolph and Straight Drop are all over the news, so we got to
Yes, sir.
touch on that as well. We covered little Uzi Vert and the whole conversation with DJ Academics, really in regard to that. About little Uzi Vert backing off of the record, Popp kind of saying those messages were fake. We went over all that tonight on the podcast, and I'm glad we finally addressed it. You know what I mean? And we'll see y'all in the next episode of the Hip Hop Guys, man. Does anybody
It's the
else have
panel.
anything they want to say before we get up out of here?
Yeah, man. Salute everybody here, man. Salute Lil Uzi, man. Salute Pop 100. Salute his management. That's folks all day. So, salute the whole city of Philadelphia, man. And definitely salute to all the viewers, man, that's tapping in with us, man.
Watch like
Salute to
5
my guys.
music videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Watch my last 5 videos. They hot.
Yes, sir.
Always
We carry it
Definitely.
like prime
Facts.
time. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man.
Yeah.
Raw and uncut.
Stuff.
Let me get that YouTube for Bonds real quick. Bonds is YouTube. I'm about to post that right now. Bonds has some music videos up there. Music in general.
Facts.
He has music in
I
general up there, but videos and shit.
Some more videos too. We about to do some more videos.
So everybody go subscribe to Bond Simmons right now. I also got SV Twizzes joined up there. So everybody's doing their thing. We'll probably be back tomorrow night, you guys. Sunday night heat, baby. That's how we do it, right, Rosewood? Sunday night.
Yes, sir.
Sunday night.
You know it.
Yep, Sunday
You
night.
know it.
That's our night. It's really our night, really, right there. But for SV Twiz, Bond Simmons, Rosewood, I am Mikey T, the movie star, and we will see you on the next episode of the Hip Hop
Yes,
Guy.
sir.
And we're gonna have shirts for you guys soon too.
Very soon. Sooner than you